comrades, today is February 16, 2026, and the current time is 8:18 p.m. The Institute has purchased a large quantity of maple syrup drums from a Canadian Costco on sale. As such, the Institute will be serving all-day breakfast until the maple syrup reserves have been consumed. That concludes today's announcements.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Hello, I'm alive. Isn't that crazy? Oh my god, I'm alive. Hold on, let me finagle myself like right over here, and let me finagle myself on the other side as well. Oh my gosh. Thanks, Zia. Oh, let's listen to it.
Hi.
Hi, Zia Poser. Thanks for the resub. Oh my gosh, 26 months is crazy. I appreciate it very, very much. Hopefully you've enjoyed spending your time here. Anyways, hello comrades, good evening. Hello Goldenrod and Zia Poser and Zongo and Ray and Xanth. Congrats to Xanth for being first. Also Sun and Kahila and Goldenrod. I think that's everyone, right? I think it's a Goldenrod. How are all of you doing? I guess who had to go to the dentist again today. Also, I think I should probably have the other model today, so let's put on the let's put on that NEKOGRAD outfit. It's one of these. Here we go. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? I guess I should probably have the cat ears on technically for doing the NEKOGRAD run. Hey, look at that. I had to go to the dentist today because I had to go do root canal part 2. Because did you know root canals are more than one part? Oh no, you have to go back for round 2. Also, holy cow, you are dying. We probably need to get you back in base. You're terrified? Terrified of what? What's wrong? But yeah, I had to go back to the dentist today because they have to essentially rip apart the old filling and put in a more permanent filling, which is not the end of the world, but it is somewhat... Oh, can we not go that direction, please? Let's not go there. Can you just go haul this instead and ignore everything else? So that's basically what I had to do today. It was kind of crazy in the sense that I didn't realize they were still gonna have to give me an anesthetic, so they had to inject the little, needle into my mouth to make it ready for them to work on. But other than that, it was fine. Have your exams Wednesday and Friday and you don't feel ready despite all this heavy studying daily. Listen, you're just gonna have to do your best, Kahila. You just have to try your best. It may not be the way you think it's gonna turn out, but just believe. You can only study so much before studying provides no more benefit, I think. What kind of sort of horrid things have happened today? We haven't had anything happen crazy yet, other than we're trying to get the grav light panels in this core, and then I think we're gonna leave. I don't think I want to stay here much longer. We do have enough food to last us maybe another little bit in space, but it's not gonna last us forever, and there's really not much else that we can do out here. So my goal is to, one, hopefully get our, I was thinking about exploring the rest of this facility, but due to the high risk and the fact that we already lost one person, I might not want to do that. Today, I'm hoping that we can try to build either like an asteroid base, so we're going to have to pick one of these many space rocks as our base of operations. And there is a lot of options, although I'm concerned that this says that it contains a large amount of ore and something else, and that scares me. So we can either go for a high orbit, or we can go kind of like a standard orbit, or we can go like a sky island, but I think we're going to try to go for like a high mid-orbit base. I think that'll be fine. Really, the biggest issue is I'm not sure how we're going to get enough food to keep everyone fed for the foreseeable future. So that's going to be the biggest issue. How many dollars it is? You got to get your root canal, but you can't afford 200k pesos. Wow, root canal being only 350 is really cheap, by the way, but I also understand that that's a lot of money for your country. Now you're back from NYC, had really good time, exhausted going to try and realign your sleep schedule and see if you oh my god. I'm sure you have to go to work. Good luck, Zoingo. I'm sure you'll be fine. How was the trip? Did you find any interesting toys or whatnot to that's caught your attention? Anything cool? Also, I'm gonna have Boomhouse just quickly grab me this core. And I again don't know if I want to explore the rest of this facility, but we might have to. The main issue I have is these ancient mech vets that have something in it, and I need to get past those to get to other parts of this facility. Now, I think we do have some doors that we could try cracking open. We did also lose Ziryuzen last time. Very tragic death. We need to strip out some of this gear also before... Unfortunately, all this stuff is now tainted, so I can't use any of that, tragically. Anyways, let me look up how much that is. Also, oh my gosh, that stupid... You banned that bot, but that text is still showing up on my VOD, which is more annoying. How do I get rid of it? There we go, There we go. I don't know where these bots are suddenly coming out from the woodwork and trying to get my attention. It's not worth it. Your pawns are... you should be... Oh, wait, hold on, I gotta rehook the bot. There we go. There's your toolkit core. I don't know why the auto reconnect on stream start doesn't work, but there you go. Now that should be fine. Anyways, if you're trying to remember where we're at, here's our ship. It just rained apparently in space, so don't know how that happens, but I'm not going to question it. We have a few people going around and exploring in here. We probably will send a few more people to go grab some items. I believe Sun is our primary person who goes in there, although he is missing a bit of... He does have a bit of an eye problem and obviously missing some toes. And a lot of people get injured every time we fight the mechs. Ray also has some pretty nasty brain damage here, so we probably need to start finding a way to solve that. We have a singular persona core, which is also not ideal, and I do need to start expanding the ship. We're going to try to expand upwards because I think we've kind of exhausted this space down here, so we're going to try adding over here. We were going to make a big ship. It's either we spend time building a big ship or we spend time building a big space station. Now, if we make a space station, we can probably just leave a few pawns over there and not have to worry about them. We can kind of just like leave them alone for a bit. And we might end up doing that due to the fact that it's a lot easier to manage keeping them, you know, keeping like a few pawns fed if I can just make sure they have enough food and whatnot to keep them alive. So that's the plan. Yeah, we're gonna try to make a space station essentially. You gotta get to the prototype of a line coming out. Ooh, interesting. I assume you made some friends with some game or product developers, it sounds like, Zoingo, hopefully. Why is this not usable? Oh, do we not have water? Wait. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to figure out like why the toilet doesn't work, and I'm pretty sure it's because I might have forgotten to hook up the plumbing. No, it's hooked up. Why does that thing not work? Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Okay, so fun fact. Did you know in space you're only allowed to use a very specific toilet? You're not allowed to use any other toilet besides the space one? And so I have to replace this with a vacuum toilet. Which is not ideal, but I guess we don't have a choice at some point. Yeah, the NSS, the NEKOGRAD space station. I'm sure it'll be a fine, grand project. Let's just see if we can explore the rest of this, and then we'll go do that. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to start building like space showers and space toilets and all that other stuff. So it's a lot of extra things we need to consider adding onto our ship. I've had a normal bathroom. I don't know like why mine is having issues. Maybe it's because I didn't build a sewage dump port. Maybe I need to build one of these, but this thing just straight up says in a vacuum, so I'm not allowed to use this, which is strange because I actually do have, you know, water sources. I have a water generator and I have a septic tank, so you would think it'd be fine, but I guess the game says no. Same thing with the shower. I don't know why. I do have a pump also, so I know water's flowing around. Yeah, it's a little strange, is it not? Pretty sure I also have it researched. Does it have an oxygen pump? It does not. Oh, does it need an oxygen pump? Does the room need an O2 pump? Maybe it does. Why are you trying to make it rain in space? Space is a very empty location. Okay, let's see if we can go... We're gonna see if we can go grab the rest of the stuff. We're gonna grab Havel. I think Sun is okay now. It does suck that Ziryu died. I do need to get Xanth also kitted out at some point, as well as Airman Joker. The main issue is, again, like, helmets aren't really good for, you know, being in space, which is kind of the biggest issue that we're running into. So I do want to start grabbing some of this loot here. Yeah, let's go... I'm trying to remember how this works. So if I crack open one of these mech vats, what actually happens specifically? Like if I park Havel over here, let's park Boomhouse over here, and park over here, and I just have Havel shoot at that. Okay, so Havel doesn't have LOS. How does this work? If I fling a grenade here, what actually happens ultimately? Okay, run away. Okay, so it does pop out the mech. Got it. Interesting. Except it's confused. It doesn't know what to do. I grabbed some, rub some soldiers with some big names and pass. Oh, nice. I hope your business card went well and you're trying. Oh, shoot. Havel's gonna die here. Ah, look at that. Havel got shot right in the liver and torso. So maybe we should get Havel out of here. You quickly just stabilize the poor guy. Okay. Come on. Okay, I don't know why stabilizing's not doing much. Just gotta stabilize Havel enough until Havel can get out. Come on. Okay, maybe... Okay, how about you just go back? Okay, you stay here. Let's get you over here. And let's summon Ray. Because Ray is a little... Oh gosh, Ray's... Maybe I don't send Ray. We gotta find a way to tend to Ray's brain damage. That's gonna be the biggest problem. Don't get a toilet-related prolapse. I would prefer not to. That sounds painful. That sounds actually kind of awful. Yeah, I'm glad that... Oh, shoot. Oh, hold on. I forgot Alana does not have a vac helmet. Whoopsies. We sent her into the void of space without... without any, protection from the vacuum. It's not crazy that I'm streaming, just that I'm crazy. No, so... Okay, so for a little bit more context, I haven't... The last almost month, I have not... Like, the whole, like, last 2-3 weeks, I have not been able to stream on a Monday. Because it's just been one thing after another, and I kind of forgot, or I've been, like, just too busy. So now at least I'm able to stream, which is nice. I wasn't trying to get you killed, I promise. Hello, Alana. I forgot that you don't have a vac helmet to go into space. Okay, maybe you want to stand over here while we get Havel over here. All right, there you go. Now you can tend to Havel. There you go. All right, what were we doing over here? I don't know what's the easiest way to, like, crack through these. Maybe the easiest solution is we're gonna have Sun stand over here. We'll go over here. I don't know, we'll take a pot shot at this and should be fine. You know, no, just throw more grenades. Run. Does that not do anything? Yeah, it's not murder. It's just it's a happy little accident is what we're gonna totally call it. All right. Throw this over here. Run over here. Okay, so it does spawn him. That's a Cyclops. All right, you know what? Maybe we just don't bother with this room anymore. I don't like fighting mechanoids. Mechanoids are pain. And I think I got what I came for anyways, so... We got the core. I think there would be more panels, but I think we're better off going back to the surface. So we'll just leave this. We'll go to the surface. I'll claim victory. A very temporary victory, let's say. Because we also need to bury Ziryu. So I'd rather do that. Oh, it's coming. It's angry. All right, hold on. You switch the sword, and then Boomhouse is gonna have you pivot over here. We're gonna have Sun stand right over here. Okay, no, don't be in range of it. Let it come out, and we'll pop it as soon as it pokes its little garbage head out. Come on. Is it? I don't know. Maybe I think I'm just really bad at fighting mechanoids. What I've learned is there are certain, like, I am just bad at certain aspects of this game. Like, I probably could have made this easier if I had, I don't know, smoke grenades or something along those lines, or, you know, stuff like that. Which I actually do. I actually built EMPs, smokes, and frags. Like, every single person here carries 3 different grenades. Never mind, smoke doesn't work in space. Well, in that case, I have EMP grenades on everyone. I did remember to build EMP. Okay, so Havel is dying, which is unfortunate, but I think Havel will be okay. Over the rest of this, we'll survive. Let's just get out of here. We gotta bury Ziryu. I have 8 cores now, which is a pretty good amount. I also have a Persona core, so let's think. So, hold on. So I think here's our main objectives today. Our main objective today is, 1, we're gonna expand the ship a little bit more because, 1, I need more bedrooms. We have 20 doesn't have enough. I want to expand the ship, so we're gonna go back to the surface. And 2, I need more plasteel. We actually have the ability to produce gravlight panels, which is fantastic. The only problem is that these require vac-stone blocks and plasteel. Now, I have some vac-stone, but not that much, so we gotta go get more. Some vanilla guns can spawn with EMP attack. I do know that, yeah. Like, I know that's one of the new functions. Also, hello there, Steve. How are you? Let's go back to the surface. Oh, we can't. We gotta wait 7 hours until we can leave, so I think everyone's just gonna stay in here for a bit longer. Anyways, how have all of you been? Did you have a fun whatever day you might have been having today? I sure had my teeth shenanigans. Also, on an unrelated note, I found out that people have been talking about how Toradora is apparently considered now a vintage anime. And I was like, there's no way Toradora is vintage, right? I feel like Toradora is still kind of newish. And then I look it up, and apparently Toradora came out in 2008. Toradora is now like legally allowed to vote, which scares me because it's 2016. That anime came out in 2008, and I'm like, oh, I'm ancient. I was watching that in high school. What do you mean Toradora is from 2008? It just felt like it was yesterday. It's such a good show. It still holds up to the test of time. I love Toradora. Toradora is a fantastic series. Kugirie tsunderes are definitely a character archetype all on their own that I think people nowadays will never be able... Not everyone will understand what that era of anime was like. What's wrong with my feet now? So nothing was wrong. I had to get my root canal part 2. So they basically went in, they dug out the old filling and replaced it with newer filling. Isn't that crazy? Okay, maybe we don't go this way. Let's not go there. You don't walk in there. Thank you very much. Actually, hold on. Maybe we can still do this. Sun is okay. Let's get Sun out here. I think we can still explore the rest of this. There's probably time. We also got to get Ray a new... I don't know how we're going to fix Ray's brain. Ray's suffering from brain rot. Ha ha ha. I don't know what we're going to do about that. I just realized I never built a drug lab either. Probably need a drug lab. We can build this compact one, I guess. This one is nice and small. Oh, but it requires panels. 6 panels is a lot. I don't want to spend panels. I'm too lazy. Where's the normal sized drug lab? I think we'll just put a normal drug lab in here. That's fine. Oh, I just realized something. Oh, wait, hold on. Why is this room freezing? Wait. Maybe it's been some time since I checked, but a lot of our ship is actually, like, not properly... Oh, shoot. Oh, Jesus. A lot of the ship is really cold. It's a little awkward. Why is this... Oh, wait, shoot, the boiler's not... Okay. Crank that up. Are you dead? No, you're alive. No one's gonna die that easily. You know, you're not... No one's allowed to die that quickly. Your muscles are pinching. Your nerves are gonna go get an ergonomic mouse. Now, I'm surprised you didn't have an ergonomic mouse this entire time. But yeah, anyways, I didn't do anything wrong. It's more just my teeth were having a little bit of a haha funny, and I needed to get that resolved. The little bit of teeth shenanigans. So it's not too bad. Thankfully, it was a very painless process. And once it was said and done, I was like, all good to go. I saw a grenade over there, buddy. Okay, can I just actually have Sun just walk over here and just smack this? What happens? You have a sword. Oh, shoot. Okay, so it does spawn the scythe there. Okay, so why don't we pull back here, and we'll see if... Yeah, actually, no, this is probably okay. We'll pull Boomhouse over here, and then hopefully we can quickly pop this while Sun is fighting this with his life. Maybe I need to start making uranium swords. Randy cares not for my rules. Randy doesn't care about anything. Do you know what ergonomic mouse is? Vertical mouse. Oh, one of those, like a joystick pilot thing? I think I've seen those. They seem kind of neat. Some suggestions, not sure stuff up my alley. Let me take a look. I'm always curious what people suggest because there's always a ton of different games. What is this one? The Federal Reserve Simulators. I'm sorry, a turn-based economic simulation game where a player assumes the role as the head of the... Is this basically, Excuse me? Is this a Powell simulator? This is a Jerome Powell simulator. Why is this a game that exists? Oh shoot, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's do the rest of this. Let's do the rest of this engagement before I get too distracted. I'm not sure if that's a game that I would play, but I appreciate people's attempt at being silly. Alright, just quickly stun that Lancer. Alright. Actually, you know what? Sun has enough time out here. Or as boring as hell. Yeah, the problem is that that's a game that's very much like could be cool or could be bad, but it's generally going to lean into something that's going to be really bad. Now, a game that would be kind of similar that's actually at least somewhat entertaining is Democracy, due to the fact that Democracy has a lot of different options and ways that that could go bad. Like, you can get assassinated, you can get deposed. There's a lot of different ways that goes wrong. So, there's similar games that are probably funnier to play, just as an FYI. So it's unlikely we're going to play this specific game, but I appreciate the thought of something silly like that. Oh my gosh, who's dying? Kefir is about to have a mental breakdown because we haven't buried Ziryu yet. Yeah, we'll bury Ziryu in a second. We gotta just go down to the planet. We can't bury anyone up here. Alright. Oh my goodness, there's a hermetic crate. Yes. That is a side... The problem is we don't have anyone with side training. You have only... Alright, let's get everyone out of here. Let's get these two out. Sun's about to die of vacuum exposure, so I think we should just bail. I think I've gotten mostly everything I want from here. Obviously, there's a lot of areas we haven't explored, but I don't know if it's worth it. I think it's just better to leave. We are running out of food, so that's really like our biggest thing that's telling us, hey, get out. We don't have food anymore. All right, back to the surface. Let's land... Oh my gosh, why is this area polluted? Whoa. This area's purple. What happened here? Ew. Actually, there's a lot of pollution on this map. That's really strange. I don't remember there being a reason there should be so much pollution. But I said pollution down to like 5%, or if not 0. Alright, let's see. There is a intercepted message here, or we could ignore that and we could go somewhere where we're going to be able to at least recover our food supplies, which is probably more important. I'm thinking, can you get out of the basement? No. Get back into the basement. Well, Tinctoria. Archipelago. Increased fish. Alright, we'll go to this bay. That seems fine. And there seems to be a trading partner nearby. Alright, we'll do that. I like that. Because I don't think I care about most of this other stuff right now. And then we'll start planning out our asteroid base soon. But really, it's we gotta figure out a place. We need plasteel. I need a lot of plasteel. Right, the problem again right now is we don't have a shuttle. I don't know whatever happened. We never got the quest where you can get a shuttle to drop, so that's kind of like our biggest issue right now. All right, let's go. I think Bashi's about to eat a corpse, by the way. But yeah, I don't know. This game seems really strange, Intradave. I don't know if I'd play this. You know what game I'm actually looking forward to that I believe does come out this year? It's that one game with a really stupidly long German title that I cannot remember. Where you are the commander of a space battery. I cannot remember what it's called. It was some stupid long name. About Toho merchant game. I've had people I know Mortals asked about like the Toho game stuff at some point too. But I haven't necessarily had a... I don't know, like there's a reason. I can't remember what the reason why I haven't played Toho games on stream. I think it's because like it's such a very niche thing that I don't normally stream. That's the reason why I haven't. Yeah, Isekai is Mystia's Isekai is like the one that I know Immortal gifted me, and it's been like on my I need to play this at some point. When TA never. I am never streaming Terra Invicta unless I have a very good reason to stream Terra Invicta. I see like the three of you talking about Terra Invicta all the time. Like I should probably download this at some point because I have it. There's no guaranteed source of engines. Oh, okay. Got it. I have to just buy it from a trader then. All right, let's go land over here. Ooh. Look at this beautiful bay. There's actually a lot of animals, which is the more important part. Maybe we don't park near the... Maybe we don't park near the boomalopes. We'll land, I think this is an okay landing spot. That's fine. Is that plasteel? I don't know if that's plasteel. I guess we can land near the boomalopes. We just kill them all. It must be fun if the three of you, like, I know it's you, Umi, and Ron were talking about it all the time. If the three of you are talking about it, like, it must be fun, right? I hope. Alright, before we do anything, first things first, I'm gonna go commit crimes against these boomalopes. These things need to die. I don't want them accidentally committing explosions, so we're just gonna stand right here. There we go. Easy. Alright, let's not hunt them that quickly, that close. We'll just let them expend their natural lifespan, and then we'll undraft, and then That's it. Alright, now we gotta make sure we don't burn the corpses, so also make sure we are allowed to walk around. Okay, you extinguish that, you extinguish that, you extinguish that. And then let's also quickly set up a burial site for our dearly departed Ziryu. And then I need to make sure the people who have vac helmets switch off of the vac helmets, because now we're back on the planet. So that means Boomhouse needs to go back to the standard outfit. And I think that also means Havel also goes back to the standard outfit, right? Yeah, I think it's these two need to go back to standard outfits. I think there's like one more. I don't know why we have a self-tamed squirrel. Hello there, Rachel. How are you doing? I'm gonna kill that squirrel. I don't need a squirrel. I do like these armor stands. These are kind of nice. There we go. Okay, so maybe you should drop the helmet because you don't need that anymore. Okay, and then we'll have Havel drop that helmet as well. I don't know why they want to keep that on, but it's really strange. Okay, so do that, and then we're gonna have you haul that, and then haul this one. And then there we go. Okay. Yeah, Ziryu's dead. Let's go take care of that. Basically, a lot of different things. We have 78 panels, which is okay. Compacted there's no plasteel. A lot of machinery, so I guess that's fine. I guess we'll rip that apart. So grab the components while we're here. And then we're gonna need a lot of steel anyway, so let's make sure we get the metric tons of steel. I need to find a way to generate plasteel. I know if you're running Rimworld, you can combine chem fuel with steel to make plasteel, but that's a production process that I don't have available to me. It might be available in Rim Factory because I keep this thing installed because I do like this mod, but I don't know if it's something that we're gonna be... I don't know if there's a way that we can make it with this. There might not be. Oh, there is. Metal refinery. There's a metal refinery device. Oh god. What does this require? One advanced AI core, advanced machine frame, steel components make two. Advanced AI core is at least one basic AI chip. Oh, that's actually not that bad to manufacture. I could easily make this. It's just a lot of tech to get to. Metal refinery allows you to convert chem fuel with steel to make plasteel, which actually is not that bad. It's just a matter of building it out. What do you mean using vanilla options? What's vanilla gameplay? I don't know what this vanilla gameplay that you speak of. What a strange concept. I've never heard of such a thing. Vanilla gameplay in my video games? Strange. Oh right, we were expanding the ship. I forgot that was the other big thing that we were up to. I think what I wanted to do was I was going to expand this out here. Now, the main issue is this area is super awkward. You might have noticed. So two choices. I can expand the production room to just encompass this entire section of the ship, like right here. And then maybe I might give it like a profile like this, like a triangular shaped profile, a little bit stronger. But I do need it to mirror on this side as well, which means this entire section here is going to essentially have to be redone. The kitchen will get a little bit bigger. But this temporary Vaxstone production room is going to get shrunk down quite a bit. Also, the other thing we do have option, we could just buy and sell things if we can find a trader, but most people don't like us enough. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what this vanilla gameplay that you speak of is. That's a very strange, unique concept that I am very unaware of. Isn't that crazy? Oh, right. Now that I have this, I could make another... The other thing, too, since we have 8 grav cores and we completed all the research that's currently available, I can make a really, really big ship. As in, we have the option to build a Grav Hulk engine. The only problem is this thing requires 200 plasteel and 200 gravlite panels, which is the equivalent of about 400 plasteel total. Which is a little much. We also would need to upgrade this into a pilot bridge, which is absolutely gigantic, and we'll probably need to start slamming out heat sinks and whatnot to make our ship a little bit faster or easier. Vanilla gameplay is when you play as Cream's mom. Cream from Sonic the Hedgehog? Who's Cream? I don't know who Cream is. You're gonna have to be a little bit more... Oh, right, we gotta kill animals. Let's kill all these. Every little critter here must die because that's delicious food. Seals, squirrels, swans, tortoise... maybe not the timberwolves. The boars. Oh, yeah, look at all that food. That's so much food. Kill the birds. Wait, why do badgers have a 100% chance to go... Are badgers that aggressive in real life? A stocky omnivorous mammal. Badgers are surprisingly tough for their size. It is okay. Interesting. I didn't realize. I don't know what badgers are like. I don't know what badgers are like. Her mom's name's Vanilla because she's. Oh, okay, gotcha. Am I this ignorant? Because I don't interact with animals. The only animals I interact with are like my dog and my and our cats. That's the only animals I interact with on a somewhat regular basis. I also raise Bashy. Bashy's a good lad. We love Bashy here. We appreciate the Bashies. You know, better enough. Well, to be fair, I'm at least smart enough to not mess with animals in general. Like, if I see a very strange rabid animal, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I should just not get near that thing. I'm smart enough to know that maybe I should not, in fact, interact with animals that I don't know how to deal with. Also, let's do the funeral for Ziryu. We gotta run this real quick. We will remember our dear comrade who fought valiantly in the Great War against the robots in space. Our time-honored tradition of providing for us, we shall provide for them here in their funeral. Remembering their sacrifice. I don't know how to make a good speech. Also, we need to get Zeopozer out of this outfit. I need you to be in a proper NEKOGRADian uniform, not this terrible looking parka. No, let's get you a proper uniform. There you go. Now you're ready to fight. Okay, so we also need to get some tack vests at some point, right? I think we've been meaning to build tack vests. Thankfully, this is fairly cheap to manufacture if I make it out of materials that I have metric tons of, so that's okay. I'm bad at eulogies. Well, yeah, I'm very bad at eulogies. That's true. That's true. I've never had to do a eulogy in real life, and hopefully I don't have to do one in real life for a very, very long time. That would be very, very tragic. Okay, so how do we expand the ship now? Because I need to go build up, but we can also go left and right. I also need to start adding turrets to this thing. This thing does not have enough turrets. There's basically no exterior defenses on this thing, which is probably like one of the biggest drawbacks. So we could I was hoping that I could use this area here and on this side as well for basically an exterior ring of turrets that we can refill from the interior without having to worry. So the question is, what kind of turrets do we want to utilize? We have the option of we can put some vertical missile launchers. That's an option. We can also, but that's going to require a defense grid console. We could also put down some heavy auto turrets, which are just pretty steel heavy. And since we have a lot of steel, this is also relatively cheap. It does require a decent amount of bullets, and they don't have that much capacity, surprisingly enough. I believe they have a capacity of like 40. So they will require some specialized, what's what I'm thinking of? Some specialized munitions that we'll have to build. Okay. So I think we're gonna pivot. Oh gosh, what do I want to research? Oh, I know what we need. We need to get spacer hygiene recycling is probably the correct thing to get. But yeah, so basically while we're on the surface, we're just gonna mine for every material we can get our hands on, from components to steel, and then we're going to eventually get ready to build in space. The main thing with space is I don't actually know what you need for a space station. Obviously, we're gonna need oxygen harvest. We're gonna need a way to generate oxygen. Is gonna be the big one. So we'll need these algae oxygenators, which converts biomass into gas and pumps into the oxygen network. So you need to feed this with food. And then we're gonna need a way to generate the biomass for the food, or to feed that. Also, these things just don't have anything, right? You know what's funny? Like, there is actually a defense building that they added in this mod, but it's not patched for combat extended. So, and I did update my mods earlier. So, joined you. Hello, XR. Yeah, we'll get you a pawn. Actually, you know what? Hold on. How much silver am I sitting on? I have 3,000. Can I just buy a pawn? Should we use X-Layer as as a example for Rimdeed? Should we go buy a new pawn? Maybe we should. I'm kind of interested. Let's see. I've not actually used this before. Let's see. Who's got the highest social skill? All right, we're gonna turn Alana into HR and have her go hire someone off of Rimdeed. I'm sure nothing bad will happen from this terrible decision of mine. All right, let's go to Rimdeed. All right, what are we looking for? Let's go to hire now. Okay. So I don't have enough silver for the silver package. I only have enough for the wood package. We could also trade in our employees for money. That seems like a bad idea. Let's see. Promoted head of HR. Yeah, being promoted head of HR seems like a nightmare. Contact customer support. Send a written complaint. Thanks for looking into it. They're not going to look into it. All right, I guess we'll do the wood package. You may receive an applicant the next day. All right, we got to wait 1 day to get our applicant. It's okay. We'll just wait. Also, here's our drug lab. We need to start making drugs. Oh, wait. You can actually make some interesting stuff here. Hold on. I haven't looked at this in a while. Nutrimate, Flu Easy, ibuprofen, blocks pain. Oh, it just... Oh, wait. That's... Is this vanilla? Oh, no, it's VGP guarded medicine. Wait, we should make a stockpile of ibuprofen. I need more Tylenol. Let's make more... Oh, sorry, Motrin. We need to start making more Motrin. Oh, right, and we can make Nutramine with neutral flower petals. We do actually have the production capacity. So, like, if I just stop making rice... Hold on, let's stop making rice here. So I know half of this is dedicated to heal root, and we do have a decent chunk of it, right? Nope, just kidding. We need more heal root. All right. Stop growing rice. Let's just give it all to heal root. No, we're not starving. Oh, wait, we have low food. Okay, you're right. Hold on. You know an easy way to fix this? You know my favorite way to fix the low food problem? Hey, look, we're fishing here. So we're just gonna have this. Why don't we do fishing on this side, like right there, and then we'll do a bathing zone on this side, so we can just bathe in the water and have fun. Perfect, easy. Also, there's the thing here. Comrade Anya has a gun. That is a mega sloth. Yeah, it's fine. I think no. Let's grab someone else. Yeah, Comrade Dennis has a gun too. Let's get Comrade Dennis over here. I was about to kill this thing without backup, and I felt like I was gonna die if I did that. Let's maybe pivot to slugs. All right, and then we're gonna have these two just start gunning this thing. All right, fire at will. Okay, it died. That was easy. Can you not? Here, finish it off. I don't know why we're melee attacking that thing. So, anyways, how all have you been? I know I've been like yapping nonstop for like the past 40 minutes, but I probably need to quickly take a quick breather, like right now, just to stop talking about the game. All right, in reference to today's pre-stream announcement, I found out that you can actually buy barrels of maple syrup from Canadian Costco, which I saw on Reddit earlier, and I was like, huh, that's a thing that I guess you can buy for some reason. Let's see if I can pull up the image, because I was also kind of shocked. Hold on. Let me pull up a spare Firefox tab, because Firefox is my quote-unquote streamer browser of choice. I probably need to actually change my main browser, because my regular browser I use right now is still Chrome. Look at this thing. You can buy an entire drum of maple syrup. The only problem is that it costs, $2,500, but if you really want an entire, what is that, 208.6 liters of Canadian grade A dark maple syrup, it is an option for you. For what purpose would a person have this much maple syrup? Maybe if you're in food service, maybe, but even still, I don't know any food service restaurant that's gonna get through that much maple syrup unless you are running some kind of breakfast only and you have a way to pull the maple syrup out of that drum. I don't have $2,500. You need it for your pancakes. Can you imagine just like eating dipped pancakes the same way Chicagoans eat dipped Italian beef? I don't know if anyone knows this, but like in Chicago, there's a very popular dish called Italian beef. All it is like sliced beef on like a hoagie roll, served with like peppers and some other stuff usually. But a very popular way to do it, to eat it, is there's three ways. You either have it dry, dipped, or wet. And basically all that means is, you take the sandwich, you either serve it dry, or the other option is it's dry, wet, and dipped. Wet is they pour some of the beef juice gravy thing on top of your sandwich. And then dipped is they literally take the entire sandwich and they just dunk it in the vat of meat juices and they serve it to you. So the bread gets soft and, I guess, meaty. It's actually quite delicious, but it's also not something I recommend for most people because it's very, very salty. Is it even Italian? No, probably not. I don't know. A lot of places will say they're Italian, but all it is really American Italian. But that's fine. You know why? Because in the grand scheme of things, a lot of food is just like a mishmash of different cultures and also appealing to local taste buds. Like Chinese food, yeah, it's Chinese American because they're appealing to the American taste buds, but there's still flecks of, you know, traditional Chinese cooking methodology somewhere in there, as well as like the different flavors and tastes. It just has to adapt for local ingredients and local taste, and that's fine. Well, maple syrup with a side of pancake? Exactly, yes. You need... Hello, Robot Teapot, how are you? Where's our fresh meat coming in? So I can assign them to a bedroom. Oh, right, we need to give, so Anya needs a new bedroom, I believe, and I think some other people need, like, anyone with a role in the colony, I want to give them, like, an officer's quarters. Right, so my next goal is to build an officer's quarters somewhere in this ship. Also, you intercepted a distress signal. They offer everything at their camp, including sharks. Okay, so it's this quest again. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. So we can't land the ship here, right? It's a 2-day walk. Good God. I don't think I want to walk 2 days just to go over there. That seems like a lot of effort. Well, I guess they'll just die. So we gotta try because I have not. Well, first of all, I don't know where I'm gonna find. I don't know where I'm gonna find this specific dish. It does look delicious though. I remember looking it up and I was like, that sounds like amazing due to the sheer amount of cheese. But you have to remember, most of what I eat is like Asian food primarily. Like I went to this delicious katsu place today, and I took some photos of it. Let me see if I have a photo of it. It was thick. Well, I guess not thick. It was just big. Oh, I found it. Okay, so two things. One, I basically went to a local Asian grocery store to have lunch after my little teeth operation, right? So that's fairly normal. Also, before we do anything, let me at least expand the ship a little bit before we continue. So let me add, what do I need to add? I do want to upgrade the beds to medbay beds. These sound awesome, but they do require a decent amount of panels that I don't have access to. My goal right now is to just get more plasteel. We need to expand this. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna expand. We're gonna eat up most of our panels, I think. I think that's fine. I think that's okay. Let's build that out, and then we'll expand from there. And then this is going to be deleted. You only need Japanese. Oh, why? Did it just run out of money? Okay, so let me show you what my my food was. It was this very delicious katsu. Look at it. Look at how big that was. The Koreans know how to make some delicious katsu, I'll tell you that much. They served like little mac salad and some nice delicious rice and that little greens and some radish. It was actually quite good. I've been to multiple katsu places, but I found that Koreans make really good katsu. Yeah, no, I know it sounds weird, but trust me, the Koreans have apparently mastered the art of making fried pork cutlets. And they're like, there's a lot of places like specialized specifically in katsu with a Japanese menu, but it is very much a Korean location. I don't know why. Toronto has a lot of these too, where it's a Korean place using Japanese names for all their food and serving Japanese food. It's like, I've been to katsu places, they'll serve you udon, they'll serve you all this other stuff, but it is very much a Korean restaurant. In a sense. It's strange. I don't know why. But it was very good, and that's what I ate for lunch. Also, the other thing that I wanted to bring up, when I was trying to find a drink to have with my food, you know what, hold on, let me just take this photo. Let me just show you this photo. This will explain. Let me just explain. This will explain everything. I had one of these sodas. Nuclear orange bomb and doomsday lemonade. I saw this and I was really confused, but I'm like, I feel like I need to buy one. I felt like I had to buy one of these to try it out. So I did. I bought the nuclear orange bomb featuring, I think that's Chairman Mao. And I think that's Mao, right? Or is either Mao or it's the first dictator of North Korea whose name is like eluding me because they're all like Kim Jong, Kim Il Sung, something Il Sung related. Doomsday Lemonade is obviously the current leader. Anyways, I had the orange one. It sucked. I was like, this is awful. I did not enjoy it like at all. For one, it was flat. It was a weirdly flat soda. And it was actually a vanilla cream soda, which was not labeled anywhere on the bottle until I looked at the ingredients and I saw, oh, it actually does cost, it actually does have vanilla extract. It's actually kind of interesting because it's actually like not the, it actually is like uses real cane sugar and a bunch of other stuff, which is kind of interesting, but it was just flat and just didn't taste very good. So I was just not a fan of it. I expect a meme soda to taste good. Sometimes they are. I've had meme sodas that actually tasted good, but this one just, it tasted like a Jones orange cream soda, like rebranded Jones. It was so strange. And so I was like, all right. Also, yeah, look at all those other ones. You got like Rocket Fizz and Toxic Waste. I'm like, yeah, I think I'd rather just, I should have just, you know what's funny? For that price of $3, they were also selling like buy 2 for $6 bottles of soju. I should have just bought soju instead. I probably would have been happier than drinking that. At least something gamer subs. Oh, gosh, gamer subs. I don't know. I never really got into the whole gamer subs thing, which is kind of surprising, I'm sure. But yeah, I never really got into gamer subs. I can stand alcohol. I just don't drink alcohol very much. For me, it's like as long as it's sweet, and maybe carbonated, I'm very happy. If it's not that, then maybe I shouldn't be consuming it, and that's kind of how I approach things. But yeah, I never really drank gamer subs. I have some friends that are like really into Gamer Fuel, which is like, I don't know what that one is. There's Gamer Fuel and there's, or G Fuel, that's what it's called. G Fuel and gamer subs. There's so many of these like nootropic drink supplements, and all it is like sweeteners and caffeine and maybe like, I don't know, taurine or basically whatever they put in like the Monster zero sugar white cans, the white monsters. But yeah, I've never been terribly fond of most of these beverages, to be honest, because I don't know. Maybe I'll try one of them one day. Also, I forgot it's actually my birthday this week, so I was hoping to maybe do a stream this week about it, but I decided I'm just gonna push it to Monday. So next Monday is not a Rimworld stream, it is a birthday stream. We will have a vote on which of the 2 MREs I have sitting around that we will consume. I'm sure that will be a perfectly fine vote I can leave up to all of you to make a informed and regular decision. I will have a tray and everything so I can pretend I'm Steve MRE. I'm not turning 21, I'm turning 31. I'm old. The march of time never ceases. Turning 31. Actually not that bad. Actually not that bad. You know, the nice thing about getting older is you have money. I can spend it on things, and it's great. Yeah, hello, Drunken. I don't know if I said that yet. It is a nice ship. We're expanding it. The only problem is we don't have enough panels for this, which is the biggest issue. So we're slowly getting more and more panels to do a bit of an expansion project here. I'm still Prime Age. What do you mean I'm Prime Age? Let's actually expand it here. I'm gonna expand this a little bit. I want to move these away from here because it's still not a good spot. Yeah, speaking of Prime, don't forget to subscribe using your Twitch. Thanks, Kahila, for the reminder. Yeah, if you got Twitch Prime, if you subscribe with Prime, did you know you get cool emotes and things like that? Ho ho ho. I am an awful shill. I'm not gonna lie, I suck at shilling myself. I'm terrible at shilling myself, I'll tell you that. I'm also like just really bad at making content. I think I've been meaning to, like, every year I tell myself this is the year I'm gonna start making edited YouTube videos, and then I try doing something and then I just get lost and lazy, and then I end up playing video games instead. And it's such a tragic cycle that repeats itself for like the past 3 or 4 years. Maybe one day I will be free from this tragedy of my own creation. I'm seeing gunshots. Okay, please don't walk into each other's line of fire. That'd be great. Yeah, that's fine. Let me drink my water. I'm like super thirsty too. We live until 80. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like 30. I do think it's kind of interesting. Like the there is such a weird prevailing joke in VTuber sphere about, oh, you're 80 or you're old now. It's like, you're a hag if you're 30. It's time to start making all the memes about even something with enough will you can refire a dying star, which is a joke that I keep seeing all the time. It's like any character, like it's like they always do it for like any characters just like over the age of 30. It's like, yeah, oh my gosh, I just realized the ship is turning into a giant brick. I need to get away from the brick design. How did this turn into a brick? I swear I wasn't trying to get this to turn into a brick. But I did need the space. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll put this here. Now the question is, what am I actually doing here? So I think what I was hoping to do is we can put the officers' quarters maybe in this area. It was either that or expand the production room, but I think putting the officers' quarters here, I think, is a little more interesting. I do want to keep the ship symmetrical, that's true. I like having symmetry in my ship designs. Oh my gosh, we just do not have enough food. Where is my cooks? I think we need to have someone... Okay, so our cooks are very busy because Steve is running around. Yeah, that's probably why. Like, we have enough meals. Also, we never got the... Did we ever get the person from Rimdeed? I don't think we ever did we? I think we're still waiting. Also, the other problem here, I just realized, is we should probably not be dumping raw meats in here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna link all these together, and then I would prefer if we don't dump any raw food on here. What are we storing on here? Okay, so why don't we allow everything except food-related objects should not go on here. Also, I would not want any... Let's see, I don't want any raw plant matter. Or... I think that's fine. Oh, we need corpses, the other thing too. Items. Wait. Can I not put corpses on these in the first place? Oh, I guess not. Okay, that's interesting. I thought I could, for whatever reason, put corpses on these, but I am not finding the corpse option, which is strange. So hopefully we can get this done. Gosh, what is going on now, too? Why is the toilets not functioning? Oh, shoot. You know what, the other thing, too, is we need more water. This water tank is, like, this water generator is not enough to keep the colony watered enough with the sheer amount of showers that is required to function on a regular basis, which is not good. I do want to fly out of this area soon, but we're stuck here for another 1.3 days, so I guess we're going to be stuck here for a bit. And the other main thing is power is still a big issue. So, two choices. We can either think about going into big, chunky fusion power, or we could just keep doing whatever we've been doing this whole time and expanding. But I think what we'll do is we'll try to move up. Again, if we're building upwards, we can move the ship stuff here, up here, and make this the power section. I want to keep the ship console like near the front of the ship because I like to pretend there's a window here. I don't know how realistic that is to have like a window there, but I like to think that there's a window. While time progresses, the quality of the time sees them interested in mass public guys just want to act older, younger, mimicking what their eyes have been glued to, and yet at the same time demonize the concept of age while some joke about it strangely larger numbers seem to not. Okay, so I do think, yes, kids want to be older, but I think a lot of that was the same thing for when I was growing up. Kids just want to be older. They don't want to be young forever. They want to get older so they can have access to things like, you know, all the cool stuff that adults get to do: cars, driving, making money, things like that. Actually, you know what's kind of interesting? Speaking of this topic, you know what's cursed? Apparently, among younger children, there is because of social media, there's a huge trend of kids wanting to remain young, and basically they're going to stores like Sephora and buying $100 like youth creams, and they're like 8 years old, because that's just like what they do. And so these kids are becoming, for lack of a better term, social media influencers, based entirely on the fact that they are trying to remain looking young by consuming these body and face creams to look young for as long as possible. Like, they are fearful of the concept of aging, of looking older, of having crow's feet, or having wrinkles, or pimples, or anything like that. They want to be like a porcelain doll. It's such a weird thing. Social media truly is one of the greatest curses of all time. I don't know. And yet I am also a hypocrite because I partake in social media. So I don't know. All right, we're gonna turn this into bedrooms because I need officers' quarters. So this is gonna be the officers' quarters for now. So I think what we'll do is okay. So I need. It's not an easy way to do this, so I can make 2 wides. Okay, so let me think. So maybe. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. So I think the way we'll do is 1 bedroom will be for Kamradanya, and then the other bedroom will be for the other officer. Something like this is probably okay. A little bigger, and they have a private bedroom, so that's probably okay. And then we'll need to add a nice bed. Thankfully, we have the power of smart beds now, so we're gonna do a smart double bed for Kamradanya, who is deserving of this overly expensive area, and then we'll put in a standard single smart bed for the other. Which one's the door? You'd never want to have the bed in front of the door. Also, let's make this out of steel, not wood. I don't know why we're trying to make this out of wood. So steel bed here, and then a steel bed like this. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I don't mind getting older. I think I've come to terms with my mortality. It definitely is weird though, thinking about like, oh man, I was younger. It's like, oh, I'll be young. I have a lot of time in the world, and then now it's like, oh, I got limited time. Just one of those. I also to say is generally amplified now is because we're older, we notice it more, and because we know what to look for. That is true too. Oh my gosh, I'm getting these guys stuck here by accident. I'll put a door here. Put a door right there. It is very weird, I do agree. Also, hello, Airman. Let's listen to this.
I am still alive, Ippy.
You sure are, comrade. You are very much alive and hanging out over here in your little bunker. How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a good evening. Thanks for the resub, by the way. I appreciate it very, very much. I like having people sub because it means they're using the cool emotes, hopefully. We need another water generator. I need more power in this thing. After looking into your issue, our immediate actions led to the conclusion that the company will actually listen to its customers for once and help you fix the issue. Thank you for your valued input. Have a mootastic day, Mr. Fluffles, customer service, Muffalo team lead. What? Am I gonna get my employee that I tried hiring off of Rimdeed, or am I just like out of cash? Did I just get scammed? I feel like I've just been scammed. I'm still waiting for them to send me the employee. Okay. Where's my employee? I'm waiting for my employee. What is this nonsense? This is supposed to be for X-Slayer. Oh wait. A man in black has arrived. It's Funbound's husband. All right, well that was easy. So anyways, shooting 10, intellectual 12. You let's assign this. All right, congratulations, X-Slayer. You have joined us, and thankfully you're already at the end of the list. You are a 25-year-old lab-grown child who grew up to be a corpo researcher. You were sold to a corporation and put to work as a corporate slave doing scientific research. You're unable to adapt to the politics of your workplace, and so you hate people. So you will never do social work or caring for people, despite your medical skill. That's mostly just for... Well, okay, so let me... Visiting sick people is disabled, okay. Crafting's actually really good too. You might actually make a really good like drug producer. Mr. Walter White here. Tidy, misandrist, so you hate men. You're a psychopath. Wait, so you're a man that hates men. Got it. Psychopath, bloodlust, and volatile. You are definitely a mix of different things. It is very appropriate for your new life here on board the Some Hope. So hopefully your life will at least not be that bad out here. Yeah, I also want to move some of these like harvesters and whatnot somewhere else. I think the ship has enough power to survive for now, but we gotta get more. We need more plasteel. So we're not gonna stay here too long. I think once we harvest enough of the metals and whatnot, I don't think there's a whatever it's called around here. No ancient danger for me to poke at. Oh, let's also kill more animals, more wildlife. You know what actually I think we should do too? I should add more food storage. Just so we have enough to last us. Because right now, oh my gosh, yeah, look at all this. There's a single very overworked cook here trying to make as much food as possible. Is there a way to make this faster? If I can add a kitchen sink, I could make this faster. There's no room to put a sink here. I think I do need to expand the... I think I do need to expand this out this way. If I do that, also to expand the cold room as well significantly. Okay, so we need more plasteel. I just don't know how I'm perpetually low on food. I'm trying to keep oh, you know what? Hold on, I have an idea. Let's stop making this. We should always be full on simple meals before we start making fine meals. How about that? Maybe that'll be a bit better, so that I always have something for us to consume. Okay, let me use the bathroom. I need to have been talking. And I've been drinking a large amount of water because I have been a very, very thirsty lad. Very thirsty VTuber. All right, let me... Before I do that, though, I want to expand this section just a little bit more, so... what would these rooms need? More reinforced concrete is fine. Like that. I want everything to look good, and then... Okay, that's fine. And then I think this room will need... So let's assign this real quick. So this will be for Anya. We'll get this one, and then this one, we need to assign it to one of the 3 officers. Whoever, I think Kef... Let's see, who needs it more? Either Kefir, Havel, or Infidave. I think we'll give it to Havel. Havel gets the other officers' quarters for now. That way, they'll be at least be a little bit happier. We'll also add some lights because holy cow, it's dark in these rooms. 1, 2, and then what else? Oh, O2. Right. One thing I've learned is that apparently oxygen does not just magically teleport into these rooms, which is fair. Alright. Also, it's snowing for some reason. Strange. Okay, I'll be right back. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Let me save the game in case something bad does happen. Alright, I will return momentarily. Oh my god, I was muted. Holy cow, I'm so sorry. Hi, I'm back. I did not realize, one, I was muted, thank you. Two, we're getting murdered here. So Ray's 1v24ing, and Lana is trying to escape while Funbound tries to tank it. And then we're trying to get everyone else over here to try and get some weapons to help fend off this abominable fight. Speaking of older VTubers and streamers, I've been binging Kinkymation stuff. You do like seeing professional artists react to character designs and explain why something works or something doesn't work for them. Gosh, if I should see if I could find a professional character designer to be like, okay, let's see what they think of my design. Oh no, Funbound is getting murdered. Where's Ray? Ray's still okay, but her gear is definitely not having a good day. Oh my goodness, they're just pecking at her until she's okay. We gotta get there fast. Lana's knocked down. Funbound is, oh yeah, they caught up. All right, hold on. Get Immortal over here. All right, whatever we got, just start blasting. Start blasting. Come on. Oh no! Oh, these seals are fast. Okay, start blasting. Okay, you got a gun. Start shooting. Anya is. Oh, her cloak. Okay, her cloak's empty now. That's tragic. Okay, hold on. Havel's down. Okay, Ray's still fighting. Comrade Dennis, we need to get you over here. I don't know if everyone's gonna survive. Oh my goodness. It's impossible to fight these. I can't believe the biggest threat to our existence was actually the large quantity of seals. Alright, you don't have a weapon. Immortal somehow survived. Alana's still fighting for her life. Okay, let's get you to rescue here. You over here, you over here. Okay, you switch to your gun. Start blasting these things. Come on. Okay, gotta shoot down. Okay, you swing here. Okay, you're gonna go down here. We're gonna have you attack this one. Okay, Funbound's got 3 hours. Ray is still fighting. Her armor's the only thing keeping her alive, but she's constantly being punched down. Yes, event mode design is squeegee. Next time she opens a design reviews, they show praise for framing your face nicely to your desk. Dark hair contrasting your effectively white skin and red eyes. That's a fair point. I guess that's nice. The only thing I always wondered is because like every time I look at other VTuber designs, I'm always like, other VTubers have very busy designs, and I always preferred like a much simpler concept when I was trying to come up with a design as a VTuber, and so that's why I look the way I do. Instead of being like a very busy look, I wanted something a little more, at least easier to parse. Okay, we gotta get everyone out here. You need to rescue. You need to go get tended to. Okay, we're gonna have you fight over here. Yeah, the Navy SEALs were some of the biggest threats. Okay, you're gonna quickly tend Funbound where he stands. Ray is still getting slaughtered down here. She's never getting up until she's gonna free. Thankfully, her armor's holding strong. Seals aren't very. Oh wait, how long does that last? Actually, doesn't this gear have like a timer? Okay, one thing at a time. Let's get these guys out here. Okay, is everyone rescued? All right, Anya's sad. That's tragic. All right, managed to kill that one. That's good. Okay, so you got 6, you got 8, and you got 6. Okay, so why don't we rescue, and then we'll have these guys go down there. Okay, Funbound. I don't know why we're not tending. Just do it without medicine. No time for medicine. Okay, let's go down here. Say ponytail likes to slow it a little bit. It probably does, but I need the ponytail because I legitimately wear a ponytail in real life as well. My hair is very, very long. I haven't had it trim in quite some time, so I'm reaching the problem where, oh, no. Okay, hold on. You shoot now. Shoot. Okay, good. Come on, just get ready for the next ones. Okay, now they're flowing over here, so we can definitely rip them apart. If we time our shots correctly, reload. Next one. Okay, next. I can't believe we're getting mauled by seals. Okay. Okay, you're mostly okay. You need to get into a bed. You're gonna undraft. Okay, hopefully we're gonna be able to tend to all these injuries. Okay, two more to deal with. Okay, that was a disaster. Hopefully no one dies. We're gonna try to make sure no one dies. I don't know if we have enough medical beds for everyone, but we're gonna try. On the other hand, we have a lot of delicious seal to consume for the foreseeable future. So at least we'll have dinner. lots and lots of wild food, and there's a shaman merchant too. Okay, anyways. So why someone like Pikami was truly an immaculate design, while Henya is more divisive design-wise. To be fair, I believe Pikami and that whole VOMS project, like their whole concept was to be like super simple designs, right? I think that's fine. I like having the simple designs. I think the trend with VTubers trying to be very, very busy in their designs is because they have to... It's essentially like everyone's... Oh no... I need a prison room. I need a prison room now. We need to arrest some more. Shoot. How long, what's the risk of this cook-off, like, exploding everything? I hope it's not gonna be too bad. Okay, it's just the slugs. Maybe it'll stop at some point. I don't really know how this mechanic works. X-Layer still died. Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't tend to you in time, apparently. I'm sorry, X-Layer. You joined us and then you immediately passed away. There's still a lot of injuries I'm trying to take care of. It's only not Pokemon Gajin, because, I mean, that's also true. You're not a professional character, but you're proud of your design and your GF's design. Hey, look, as long as you're happy with your design, that's what ultimately matters, right? I mostly just... Like, the thing is with VTubers, like, a lot of them want to be super busy because they have to try to... Basically, you have a fancy design, you get all the fancy triggers, you get all the fancy effects and mechanics. It's basically just because you get more people to look at you. That's all it is in the grand scheme of things. And it makes sense, and I don't fault people for doing it, but I do think some designs get a little crazy. I think okay, like, if you want my honest opinion, I think my biggest gripe are the designs that are basically super... I'm not gonna continue that line of topic, because I don't want to feel like I'm ragging on other VTubers. Right? I don't want to rag on other streamers, because everyone wants to essentially portray themselves in, like, their high fantasy or high sci-fi, whatever vibe that they want to go for. So I shan't do that, out of respect for others. But I do look at some designs, and I'm like, how are you doing this? Well, like, what's going on here, fam? That's not the Chester Zeppelin parking lot. I wasn't gonna say anything like that, but there are some designs that I'm thinking of that are, yes, it is basically, why do they have essentially hot air balloons glued to their bosom? And I'm like, all right, well, I know what type of market they're trying to go for, so fair enough. 5 colonists have developed malaria. Great. Fun. Exciting times. Still cooking off, right? Oh my god. Doing on fan art. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's another big thing too, right? Similar designs, people are willing to draw more fan art. More complicated designs, it better be a nice outfit. That's really what it is. I think that's why I like Matsuri's outfit so much, because it's relatively simple. I will say, like, early HoloLive designs were fairly simplistic. I think the more newer ones are definitely a lot more complicated, but they are still somewhat simplistic too. Because a lot of it's kind of based on real clothes anyways. It's more if you get, like, it's the alt outfits that get crazy with HoloLive. When you start having, like, the, what's it called? Like the gamer outfits or the New Year's outfits. Even still, they're fairly tame compared to some of the other ones that I see. Oh boy, yeah. Like, I guarantee if you go on Twitter right now and you start looking up VTubers, you're gonna find some wild designs out there. You still have Alkun's design. Yeah, didn't she graduated though, right? Which is really unfortunate. I know she graduated, which is a little unfortunate. Hopefully the ammo cooking off is over now, because holy cow, it's going crazy. Okay. Perfect. Oh my goodness, a combat supplier. Wait, hold on. Maybe we could trade with them. Let's see. Alright, Madam Trader, get off the toilet. It's time to... We never got the person from Rimdeed, by the way. I think it was a scam. She's supposed to graduate because of her immune system not being able to... Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh my goodness, I can buy the shuttle engine. There we go. Now I just need to find a way to sell a bajillion things so that I can make the $2,000 differential. I guess I could sell an Archotech. Am I willing to sell an eye so I can have a shuttle engine? I think selling an Archotech eye for a shuttle engine is actually kind of valuable. It's actually kind of worth it, so I might actually do that. Yeah, I don't think I have a choice. That actually is like a fairly good trade. Yeah. Oh my gosh, wait, they sell Helium-3! Wait, I want to buy the Helium-3 too. Alright, hold on. So if I sell the Archotech Eye and the Bionic Spine, I could probably buy all the H3. Okay. I think that's actually worth it. The Helium-3, especially once we start getting ready to develop fusion power to fuel the ship, it might be worth it. Hello, Garm, good evening. How are you, comrade? I saw the thing that you had sent. I think the new version is good. You think Helium peaked at Helium 2? First of all, spell it right. Shame on you for not spelling it right in the first place. I think this is okay. I don't think there's anything else I want to... Could sell a large amount of FSX2 to just get us garner a small profit. Do I need reactor hull? I guess I can make my own reactor hull plating, right? Probably don't need to buy that. That's fine. Sure. All right, not bad. Oh, that was at Comey? Okay. Yeah, she did a good job. She did a good job with the design. Hopefully, you're able to do something with that. Because I assume that's for your Gijinka, right? Or not Gijinka, the God, I'm forgetting the term. I have a friend who does this all the time. Kigurumi. Yeah, the Kigurumi stuff. Okay, let's get this stuff taken and resolved so that I can get a fully functioning... Okay, so we gotta bury X-Slayer first and foremost. Let's get that fellow buried soon enough. Anya's still sad because... Okay, even at that table, filthy expectation, filthy bursting. Yeah, there was a single toilet. Why is the toilet, like, never working half the time? It's just there's not enough water. Okay. Do we want to stay on this map? I don't want to stay on this map, quite frankly. I'm mostly just here because we needed the food. Let's go have someone trade with these people, too. Okay, yeah, for the Graf Zeppelin Kigus, you can have, like, something nice for, like, the ball dances, right? Alright, we're gonna try to trade with these people, and I think we can build a shuttle now. We just need 150 plasteel, which is a lot. So I guess we're gonna leave this area soon enough and get ready for all this shenanigans that we need. Okay. Let's see. What do we... I don't want to sell most of these, is the problem. I don't need the biomutation pulsar, so I'm glad to sell that. I'll buy their plasteel. I think I buy the stack of Nutramine. Let's see. I think I can sell them a lung? Or gold. I guess selling gold makes more sense. No, sell them the lung, that's fine. I can make more organs later. Yeah, it's fine. I'll make more organs later. Anything else I want to buy from them? The heck is a Harbinger seed? Oh, the Harbinger trees, right. I think I need most of these. Sugarnut serum. The Dragon Novicon of Blood. No thanks. That's fine. Okay. I bet that she probably could. But I'm... I know Alana's busy doing a lot of other art stuff as of late, too. Speaking of, okay, so on an unrelated note, I know, you know how I talk about Magic the Gathering quite a bit? I've actually been taking people that I know and friends, their characters, and turning them into Magic the Gathering tokens that I can throw into my Final Fantasy 14 themed deck. Basically, stuff like this, because I needed hero tokens, so I'm like, well, I can just, if I have a screenshot, I can just make a hero token. So that's what I've been doing. So like, this is like the Ray hero token that I had. I actually printed these out physical tokens as well, because I was like, well, I can, and I have the power to do so, because I have an entire printer set up to make cool Magic the Gathering proxies. Let me see if I can find a photo of it. Gotta go on Google Photos, download the photo. So, for example, if I can pull up the damn image. For example, like I turned Ray's character into a physical card that I can use for my Yoshi P's Final Fantasy 14 subscription deck, and it's gonna be a great deck. It's such a stupid deck too. Like literally the whole deck is just how many of these hero cards can I pull out, and it's gonna be so dumb. I don't know if you can have that aren't Harshfont, Emmett, and Graha. Yeah, Ray apparently has a certain character type that she likes. Oh my goodness, the applicant arrived. Wait, applicants are withdrawn after 30 days. What do you mean? Hello? We never got the applicant. I have been scammed. I'm gonna send a written complaint again. Maybe they'll bring someone in. What a shame. I should have had a free employee. This link is expired. What a joke. I've been bamboozled by Rimdeed. Ugh, what a shame. Anyways, I think we should get out of here once we bury our dead friend. Okay, Garm's gonna create the thing. By the way, look at these rooms. Isn't it great? I love how much doors I have. Doors are fun. Let's put another door here. I mean, realistically, I'll probably have more, maybe have like one more section of rooms over here that also is like officers' quarters, because the officers' quarters are not going to be super fancy. I just need them to exist. We're also going to put some smart tables here. Smart end tables, I think. Illuminated end tables. Like that. One on this side, too. Anya, as the colony, I guess, specialist, will get her own custom room as well. And then, at least that way, there's space for things to happen. Actually, I could probably make her room, make the door a little bit more extended, but that's fine. I might need to start putting more bathrooms in this ship, honestly, and like a dedicated area just for all the water devices, because there's not enough space on this thing. Is everyone on the ship? Is everyone having a mental break? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have you quickly build this, and then we're gonna bury our dead friend before anyone else has extreme mental breaks. By the way, look at all this. Look at all this injury and pain. Still need to figure out what we're gonna do with Ray. I think I have the research to get. Anyway, so my Final Fantasy 14 deck is coming along, and it's gonna be a bit of a disaster, but that's fine. I also got some other screenshots from some other friends, and I turned them into physical tokens. If I need more tokens, I might just do an open call on Discord if anyone wants to submit their character for my weird Magic the Gathering projects, because it is like my weird obsession still. As much as I hate where Magic's going, I do still enjoy the game. I actually went to the shop to play Magic the Gathering the other day, and I actually won a game because I learned about really dumb cards like Zur's Weirding that exist for some reason. Oh, X-Slayer was not part of our faith, so I could not get... Okay, hold on. Let's analyze the stars. I actually don't know what this does. Let's get Sun outside. Sun, outside. Time to analyze the stars, and... Oh, we need a telescope. Guess what we don't have? We don't have a telescope. What a shame. Oh my gosh. Why is there corpses here? Why is there a rotting seal in here? Can we get that out of here, please? Yeah, let's, Wait, can I destroy corpses with this? I don't think I can, unfortunately. Alright, let's do storage, clear all corpses that are rotting. Let's just quickly haul this one out of there, just so I don't want it in my base. There we go. I don't know why that was hanging. Is there more corpses in here? Please tell me there is. No, get that out of here. Haul this out. This should be priority number 1. Goodness gracious. This is the problem when I don't organize my storage. It just becomes a disaster, and that's kind of like the issue we're running into here. It's just all this random stuff just scattered around. On the other hand, look at how much meat we have. There's so much food. It's so much food. All right. Also, this shelf I will also allow. Let's see. Raw food meats is fine. Basically, all this raw ingredients is gonna go on here. Do I ever organize? Organizing is a temporary thing. Enough for one beef pot. You know, it's sea lion hot pot. All right, we're gonna consume sea lion hot pot, and we're all gonna appreciate how delicious it is. It's gonna be fantastic. All right, let's just get out of here. I don't want to stick around. All right, we need to find plasteel. Let's see. Do any of these? I have an idea. Wait, what if we go world map, search, plasteel? Anything near me? That's far away. That's far away. That's far away. Far, far. All these are really far. Ancient quarry. Compacted plasteel rich. How far is that? That's like halfway across the map. We've been kind of hanging around the northern top of the map. Maybe we should start moving south. I know exactly which scene you're talking about. Let's see. What about up in the outer atmosphere? Silver, gold. Okay, gold, gold, silver, machinery, steel. Okay, so basically nothing. I think their best option. Oh, that one's actually kind of nice. It's just slightly out of range. 400 astrofuel. Wait, can I build another engine? How many of these am I allowed on here? I'm allowed 10 large thrusters. Okay, why don't we just add more large thrusters, and that might be enough to get us that location. We have 21, which is, I think, enough to add a single. Actually, no, these are 4, right? So I can probably add. I can add 5, but I can add. Realistically, I'm gonna add like 4. Oh, no, let's do that. I'm gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna add another 4. So that's 8, 16, 16. So that's 4 more engines. I think that'll be good to get us expanded out just a little bit more. But yeah, I'm a very bad organizer. I'm gonna be real. Like in real life, I think it drives Ray crazy. I have things just like scattered around. Like even on my desk, I just have a bajillion things scattered about because I'm too lazy to kind of put them where they belong sometimes. It's not good. Don't do what I do. Be better than me. Learn to clean, as they say. Do as I say, not as I do. We really need more turrets. You know, we should probably get these. We should get these fancy turrets. Like this uranium slug turret sounds amazing. Yeah, see, Ray's already like panicking because she knows exactly what's about to happen when we eventually live together. All the utter chaos and bedlam that will happen for sure. Let me crack my back too. My back is killing me. Instructions unclear, blaming unclean desk on my. It is like, have you seen my desk? Actually, no, I don't think I've ever taken a photo of my desk in its current state because there are about 3 piles of Magic the Gathering cards that I keep telling myself I'm going to organize. There's like 2 ring boxes, my Go XLR Stream Deck. There's like 2 different bundles of cash, an entire container of dice, and another entire container of coins. 3 haphazardly opened pack of card sleeves. A few deck boxes scattered around, and various bottles of mysterious pills is all I'm gonna say. I have a lot going on in my desk area. It's actually really disorganized. I need to clean it up. I'm also a drug dealer, but here yeah, exactly. Like I got this $10 bill, crisp and delicious, and hopefully was not actually used for snorting cocaine. Hopefully. You never know with people, right? I like how this room looks. I don't know why this light is so orange, by the way. Like, this light is painfully orange. Oh, wait, hold on. I can do this. I can take this. Copy that. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Actually, you know what? This ship is too orange. You know what? Hold on. You know what we need? I think every light in the ship should be, like, bright white. Let's make it, like, 6,500 should be fine. Yeah, there we go. That's more appropriate. Happy year of the Uma. It is the year of the horse. Happy Chinese New Year if you celebrate the Chinese New Year. Hopefully you get your whatever it's called. Hopefully you get your beautiful whatchamacallits, your red envelopes. I saw some stupid copy paste that was going around in like my friend circles. What was it? It was something like it's like Tong Tong Chang Gong Shi Fa Kai. Year of the Horse. You know what that means, you cheap how vaccines. I was like, what is this nonsense? No. I actually hate daylight bulbs. I prefer to keep everything very warm toned. I do not like very bright lights. For me, everything is usually like a nice warm tone. My room is perpetually has like a little lamp that I 3D printed, and I keep that thing at a perpetual warm light as well. I feel warm lights are just better. Bright lights hurt my eyes. So don't worry, I'm not insane, despite what others may tell you. I am a very normal, sane individual. Please believe me. Okay, we built the platform. Let's add these things. You've got to be kidding me. I don't have enough vac stone. All right, we're going in upper orbit. We have enough food. All right, let's get everyone inside, including you. I don't want to have to keep waiting until you're done with your mental break. Let's get inside. All right, we're going up into space again, comrades. We're done here. We have enough food to last us for quite some time, so I think we should be okay. I need more vac stones, so silver, jade. I guess we'll go to the silver one. That's fine. The satellite here. Compacted steel. Big ice asteroid. Or we can go to the L-dense satellite. Or could we go even higher? What if we go to deep orbit? Well, there's one with plasteel. That's a little far. We'll go here. Silver's fine. We'll make it work. Exactly. Well, I feel like if you're on a starship of some kind of spaceship, you want it to be bright and sterile, right? Like, ships should be sterile in its color vibe aesthetic. That's how I feel. Garm, I think, will survive that malaria. This does provide us an opportunity to also get a metric ton of stuff. You want your spaceship to be a Winnebago? Why? I'm not gonna lie. I do like looking at RVs. Okay, one of my weird YouTube guilty pleasures is watching RV like reviews. I don't know what it is, but the concept of mobile homes is such an interesting idea, and the way that people are able to fit everything into such a small confined space with like all the organization you need to live on, that type of thing. I watched Spaceballs a long time ago when I was a kid. I have not watched it in very recent memory. I know there's a Spaceballs 2 coming out. I might go watch Spaceballs 1 as a recap. I'm such a man. What do you mean? What's wrong with looking at RVs? Okay, RVs are such an interesting concept. Like, I love looking at RVs. Even though I would never buy one, realistically. Okay, so thankfully there's panels. Oh my goodness, there's panels on the map. There's 6 of them. Is there any more? Wow, a whole 6 panels. All right, we're gonna land somewhere. I guess over here is fine-ish. Is that all right? Oh my gosh. Oh, hello, Becco. That's a raid. Hello. Let me do something real quick, and then I will respond to that raid real post-haste. Hi, Becco. How was your stream, comrade? What were you playing, actually? I'm gonna pull up your stream and take a look at what you're up to. Oh, wait, I've never seen your ending stream. Never seen your ending stream screen. That's a really cute screen. I like that. It's like a proper ending, like what it's called. That's great. I love it. Thank you for the raid, Becco. And for those who are coming with Becco, I am Oak. I play funny strategy games, and today we play Rimworld with our very cool communist cat girl themed colony. Hopefully you all had a fun stream with Becco, who I assume is probably asleep right now, or going to get ready to sleep. Regardless, I appreciate the raid. Thanks for swinging by, comrades. You need ideas here? What would be an elegant way to say, let them be angry in their mom's basement? What a very specific statement I have to come up with a elegant way. Let them be angry in their mom's basement. Well, let's break that down. What are you trying to say? Let them be like a very angry nerd sitting in their basement? Letting them be I don't know. I'm not very good at coming up with such with banger lines on the spot, unfortunately. I don't have even the English vocabulary to come up with something other than something like I don't know. Let them rage in the comfort of their mother's womb. I don't know. You're just playing a chill game, Night Market. You're talking about getting a puppy over the weekend. Oh, you're gonna get a puppy? What breed of dog? What breed of dog are we talking about? Or is it going to be like from an adoption shelter where it's kind of just whatever they have available? Big difference. I'm just kind of curious because I have a dog and it's a good dog. He's a husky. Okay, I need to have people going out there to mine, so let me also expand our loud ship interior zone real quick. I never said it like I said, Alana. I'm not very good at coming up with nice, fanciful lines. Okay. Is there silver on this map? Okay, so we're gonna dig that out. Oh, there's not a lot. Okay. But other than that, I need the vac stones. So let's do a mass order for a strip mining. We just had to practice. Where's the freestyle? I don't know how to freestyle. I have friends that are really good at freestyling rap. I am not one of those people. I am awful at it. I have never really learned how to freestyle rap. Okay, so who's my miners? So Boomhouse and Garm. Okay, so we're gonna put Boomhouse in the spacesuit, and we're gonna put Garm in the spacesuit, and then I'm gonna allow them to go outside into the deep space. And hopefully they'll succeed at their jobs, because I need them to dig rocks. There's lots and lots of rocks that need digging out. Okay, so then we're gonna assign, Boomhouse and Garm are now allowed everywhere. Good luck! Don't die. Why is it snowing in space? This man's never played Parappa. I did play Parappa the Rappa. That was like my very first rhythm game. I'm not gonna lie, it was actually my first rhythm game I ever played. And then I didn't play rhythm games for an eternity after that, and then I started playing Osu. You know where it all went downhill for me when I was growing up? It's when I learned what Osu was. I specifically remember the exact pipeline that turned me into a weeb. I'll tell you what. I was a kid with a very janky laptop, and I was looking for something to play. And I was like, oh, what is this rhythm game? It's called Osu. Oh, it's clicking circles. It reminds me of that one game for the DS, Elite Beat Agents. I didn't have a DS at the time. Well, let me buy that. That sounds really cool. Let me play it. It sounds really cool. It's free. Oh, I can download all these songs. Wow, these songs are kind of cute. I remember watching anime when I was a kid, but I didn't really watch a lot of anime when I was younger. But now I can watch more, and let me listen to these. Oh, these sound really nice. Oh, what's this song? From some show called Zero no Tsukaima. I like how it sounds. Watch that show. Turned me into a weeb. It was all downhill from there. Started watching every anime, everything involving Kugirie. I'm not even joking. That's how I got into like Toradora and Zero no Tsukaima, Toradora, what was it? Hayate no Gotoku, whatever else she was in at the time, and then obviously Haruhi, and then it was a great time to be into anime. Nowadays everything is just... Talking to Ray about this earlier, like I don't watch that much anime nowadays. I've been meaning to at some point, but for me, I like listening to things while I work, but the things I listen to have to be something that I can kind of pay attention to or like something I can listen to without having to have so much focus attached to it, right? Does that make sense? So notably, for example, if I'm trying to, let's say, work on spreadsheets, watching anime is very difficult because processing the language while still, trying to study it a little bit more while not being able to read the subtitles is very difficult. I can listen to some of it and get like about half of it perfectly fine, but then if I'm watching something that's isekai, which is most of the garbage that I watch, it's gonna be very hard to process what's going on. Versus watching something like... Why is Howl outside? Why are you having vacuum burn? You shouldn't even be outside. Oh, you know what? I bet you some of these rooms are not oxygenated. Yep, there's the problem. Havel's bedroom does not have oxygen. Yep, let's fix that. I am always forgetting to wire up a lot of these rooms with more O2 pipes. So let's wire these up so that they don't, choke to death. So unironically, a lot of things that I'm listening to while I'm working is something like a documentary or something along the line. God, I hate to say this, but you know, something like Family Guy. Family Guy is, and things like Rick and Morty and Simpsons are very good. Just you need background noise, but you don't want to be actively like listening to it. Like you just need generic background noise that's not music. I actually don't focus very well listening to music when I'm doing work, and so I usually need like some kind of talking thing in the background, and that's usually why I'm listening to something like that. It works. I mean, it's just how it works for me, and everyone's got their own different ways of doing things. And the answer, the cost of my pride and self-respect. What do you mean the cost of my pride and self-respect? You think I have pride and self-respect? Do you think I have anything like that? Also, look at all these malarias. I think they're gonna survive the malaria. All right, let's get all these people tended to since Alana's already up. The main issue is I don't have enough herbal meds. What's wrong with dubs? I don't like listening to dubs. They're dub. Okay. I want to do a poll. If anyone's paying attention on the Twitch side, I'm gonna do a poll. I want to see how many people actually respond to this. Dubs or subs? I'm kind of curious what people say. I'll leave it up for like 10 minutes. I'm kind of curious what people say. I straight up don't listen to the dubs like 99% of the time. The only dubs I will listen to are the ones that I grew up for. Specifically, like 4Kids TV, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! I think those are the only shows that I'm willing to like watch dubbed. Everything else I need to watch subbed. And I think it's just because of how, like, what I grew up watching. Yeah, 4Kids TV back in the day, like, so like One Piece, Naruto, Pokemon, like, well, did 4Kids do Naruto? I don't think they did. I think it was, but it was definitely like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. So here's the thing. I know people love to rag on 4Kids and all their dubbing, but it's one of those things that you grow up with it, right? You grew up watching a 4Kids dub of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, and so when I see Yugi, I don't think of their Japanese voice. I think of like Kaiba, Pegasus, you know, things like that. Like the way Yugi says like, I summon dark magician in attack mode, you know, things like that. Or like how Pegasus is like this somewhat like vaguely like fruity individual where he's like, Yugi boy, you've come here to save your grandpa now, has it? Or Kaiba, who's like, I don't know, what's a Kaiba banger of a line? It's like the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, you know, stuff like that. You can throw as much as you want at me, but you know I'm right. I watched this as a dub. I watched this as a dub, and it was great. And so that's the type of thing, like that's the reason why for those two shows specifically, I can watch in either of them and it's fine. Oh yeah, draw your last pathetic card, Yugi, so I can end this. My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba, but it does contain the unstoppable Exodia and things like that. It's great. I love it. I think I will say, like, I know the Japanese original language one is always like, obviously a lot of it's hammed up, but sometimes the English dub does take a little bit more extra liberties and goes like kind of super ham on it, and I do appreciate that too. So as much fun as it is to rag on, you know, OG Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon dubs, like there is a reason why they are popular and they have a lot of people who still care about that specific content. And that's like, I'm the same way. Like I do enjoy listening to the original dubs as much as I don't like listening to dubs. Those kind of are like the exception to me. Also, hello there, game guy. Welcome aboard. Yeah, Becco raid indeed. I know Becca's taking, probably went to bed by now. There's no storage space for all this Vax. What do you mean? There's a Vax on storage here, unless I forgot to set it up. Vax. Oh, you know what I just realized? I think for whatever reason, only 1% at a time is allowed. Oh shoot, it actually is almost full. Let's get this out of here. There we go. Look at that. Now we can slap that in. Also, Dan Green's voice. Dan Green does have a very iconic voice. That's true too. I do agree with that. Dubs or subs depends on the era and tone of the series. That's, like I said, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Generally fine. Most things nowadays, like if you were to ask me to watch like a rom-com like nisekoi in English, I'm gonna be like, no thanks. I think I'm good. For me also, there's a lot of Japanese voice actors and actresses that I just really enjoy listening to them. And so I can, if I'm listening to it, I can hear them. But if you ask me to like do the same thing for something like, you know, these other shows, I'm legitimately not gonna be able to identify. Holy cow, it is cold in these rooms. These rooms need heaters. All right, time to add some more radiators, so at least it's not gonna freeze to death in these rooms. I was not paying attention to that. Temperature management is such an interesting concept. I love it. I do enjoy this little mini game of trying to make sure everyone is nice and toasty. Just like that, okay. What about Fooly Cooly? I don't remember what the Fooly Cooly English dub sounds like, honestly. If I don't know, I'm just gonna default to Japanese every time. Like I said, I don't know too many English VAs. Even when I was in the small period of time where I sometimes pay attention to, you know, MiHoYo stuff, like I know like the English VAs are super popular in the West too, because a lot of people do play them in English, but I would not know any of them, quite frankly. That said, it would be kind of interesting to learn how to I remember like one time too, I signed up for some kind of dubbing audition thing where it's like, oh, we want to become a voice actor, here's the dubbing audition. Unfortunately, I didn't get called up because they only had limited time slots, and unfortunately they ran out of time, so I didn't get to go up there, which is a little sad. I don't know if I'd be able to ham it up. I feel like I'm not a person who's very capable of screaming the way a lot of English dubbing typically is, where there's like a lot of like over the topness to it. I'm very much like a calm voiced individual. You ask me to voice a calm character, great. You ask me to voice a very loud character, it's not happening. You shall name an anime that's far superior dubbed than subbed. Hetalia acts. Hetalia is one of those that I think you can watch in either language, and I think it'd be funny. But I think the English one, I remember the dubbed version had a lot of like the accents too, right? It's very difficult to, I think, get those accents across in Japanese, but in English it's very easy to get across like all those funny accents. Pinched nerves suck. Where is the pinched nerve, Ranu? Where is the pain and suffering? Is it in your spine? I'm running out of apparel. What's the apparel that everyone's starting to run out of? Ah, we need more shirts. All right. I need to find a way to get more. It's in your elbow. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I hope you survive. Don't die too much. Let's get Dave to get this proper gear here. Shouldn't have the vac suit on. There we go, much better. Okay, so basically I only have 2 people digging rocks. Should I have another person? I guess I could have Comrade Anya out there, but I think she's busy setting up the heating pipes so no one freezes to death in here. Really, our only goal right now is to make as many vac-stone blocks as possible. So we're gonna try to dig out as much of these as we can. Also, we already got that other thing. There's not a lot of things to dig out. I need more miners. But we only have 2 people that are capable of smacking rocks. And you know what's funny? This time Infidave is not one of the people smacking rocks today. Also, I never got Zeoposer's work order set up, so I guess he's gonna focus on hunting first, and then plants secondary, and then fishing. Oh, he's a cleaner. That's right. Okay, he's the colony. He's the colony. I don't want to say maid, but for lack of a better term, he is in fact the colony maid. Also, I'm gonna put another one of these down. We actually have a lot of weapons now, which is great, but I need to make sure people are kitted out. The problem is some people just are not capable of using guns, which is my biggest issue, and I need better melee weapons. What are the better melee options? What are my choices? We could make... because everyone's using a gladius. We could make a mace. Or a longsword, although... most of these aren't super useful. We need to find some other ones. Janitor, what did I... I could not come up with the word. Oh my gosh, why am I unable to come up with English terms off the top of my head? What's wrong with me? Better than the pitch being the... oh, your elbow and shoulder, gotcha. Hope you feel better soon, Ranu. Don't die on us. You're not supposed to die. You have to live. You have so much to live for. Everything. I know everything's wrong with me. Ray says that all the time. Why am I always getting bullied? What have I done to deserve being bullied? That's the real question. Don't answer that question because you're gonna come with an answer. I know. Alright, well, the poll says people like dubs more, or subs more, so that's good. Honestly, I won't lie. Sometimes, if I see a certain VA voicing a character, I will watch that show. Kind of just, like, I will actually give that show a chance out of curiosity. Especially if it's one of my favorite VAs, I'll be like, all right, let me listen to this, and then let me see if I want to watch the rest of this show. I will say, you know what's kind of surprising? The sheer amount of, like, child rearing, or, like, you know, shows that more focus on a parent-child relationship than a, like, romantic relationships nowadays is kind of interesting, and I appreciate that a lot. I know there's one that's airing, I think, this season that I remember reading the manga for a long time ago called the, what's it called? Bloody, I can't remember the word. The Demon King's Daughter, where it's like the Demon King is like a doting father, and his daughter is like, you know, just super nice and friendly to everyone, and everyone's like, I don't know how to respond to this. I thought you were supposed to be demons. You can pick them out from their VN barks. You see, that's a very special skill to have. I can pick out some VAs kind of on the fly. Usually, like if Hanakana is speaking, Kugire is speaking, Sumepe is speaking, a bunch of other ones like that, I can tell at a glance who's speaking. Or Toyama Now is another one as well. Because people who grew up with anime when being normally sort of educated make their own stuff. That's true too. You know what I think too? I always make this joke, but it's Shinzo Abe from the grave telling everyone, make babies. Save Japan, make kids. That's what it is. That's all it is. We're not gonna be able to get any of this material here. Ah, man, I need more plasteel. Ugh. At least got 23 panels. I guess that's something that we can work with. I need more bricks. Yeah, see, like they're working as best as they can, but it's just not easy. We'll probably bail out of here soon too. You know, the one people are liking, Kaya-chan isn't scary. Let me look that one up. I don't think I watched it. Kaya-chan isn't scary. Let's see here. It's a Japanese supernatural horror manga. Let's see. Kaya's an infamous problem child in her kindergarten. When the teacher's put in charge of her, she discovers she's actually protecting children from evil spirits. Ah, okay. Interesting. Might need to watch this. That's interesting. Just like the pull vid for TM Opero's New Year costume. What, like picking out the barks? Or like picking out sounds? A lot of these interesting shows that are like very spooky. Actually, now that I think about it, you know what's really funny? Okay, so speaking of VAs, Hana Kanazawa, or Kana Hanazawa, is basically like my favorite VA. I think it's so interesting because I haven't actually heard her in a major role in. Maybe I just haven't seen a lot of anime in a while, but I mean, obviously, other than Mitsuri from Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, and some other ones. So she does a lot of side characters, but she's like super popular in China, which is so interesting to me because I remember like she does a lot of concerts in China, but she doesn't really do that many in Japan nowadays. Because I was like trying to see like where is she having a concert? I'd love to go see a concert. There's a couple like singers I do want to eventually see like a live concert for in Japan if I ever get an opportunity. Hoshino Gen is probably like the one that I really want to see, but I don't know when he's doing his next live, which is the biggest tragedy. You know, an insult you came up with is actually pretty good. Oh yeah, what is the insult that you came up with for the statement you made earlier? Is Shinzo Abe reference? Wait. TM Opera. Oh, New Year. Let me see. I don't know what that costume looks like. I'm just gonna Google it up. Let those haters wallow in whatever pit of maternal despair that they inhibit. There we go. That's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one. I like that. What's concerning? What's concerning Kahila? The concert stuff or the popularity in China thing? Actually, yeah. So if you know Hoshino Gen makes a lot of really nice music. I love his stuff, but again, I cannot find out when he's doing his live concerts. Well, he's doing one apparently in in March, but I'm not in Japan in March, so I gotta wait until hopefully he announces something. If he's doing a concert while I'm in Japan this year, I am gonna buy a ticket. I will buy 2 tickets so that Ray can come with me, because if I go without Ray, she'll be like, but why? Popular in China. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. To be fair, China consumes a lot of anime and anime adjacent content nowadays, and especially because they have their own animation industry that's starting to develop. Although, based on some stuff I've seen, there's a lot of plagiarism, for lack of a better word, in some of that content, which is obviously not good. So I do think it's fine as long as, you know, people are having, you know, people enjoy your content, so more power to her. I definitely gotta fix some of this stuff. This stuff is like a disaster. I don't know why I can't actually expand these heating pipes. Oh, wait, I know why. I know why it's not allowed. Because that's not in the allowed area. So if I do that, now it's allowed to build. Chinese bootleg gumball. Wait, there's a bootleg gumball show? Wait a second. I have not heard about this. I need... Wait, tell me more. I am vaguely intrigued by this. I'm actually intrigued by this. What do you mean there's a Chinese gumball? Hold on, let's shrink this. I don't want people going outside into the void. CN and plagiarism unthinkable. Plagiarism in China was like they don't honor copyright. Yeah, exactly, right? No, they absolutely will steal content. I mean, there's a lot of comparison videos where they will just maybe not like you can say it's inspired, but sometimes it looks like it's just a straight copy. I remember when I think it was Genshin Impact came out. There's like a character that uses a sword. I think it was Noelle, who's like the maid knight. And people realize that a lot of her attack animations are incredibly similar to like 2B from Nier Automata, and stuff like that is just absolutely insane. Because there's being inspired, and then there's just, you know, straight up copying the animation. I think it's one thing to do a reference, and it's another to just have like almost a frame for frame replica. And it doesn't, I don't think it's going to help China's burgeoning industry if people are just going to look at it and be like, oh, what is this actually copying? The characters are very derivative, and the way shows made animes is about 2D characters. Oh wait, let me look at this one. Is Miracle Star? Miracle Star China. Let me see what this is. Oh my god, you're not kidding. This really does just look like a discount gumball. An obscure 2014 animated commercial series created by Sanyuan Foods, most prestigious milk company. Huh. That's kind of interesting. The actual gumball show made an episode. Wait, like as a parody of them? Parody, or like how does that work? Do I have enough Vaxstone blocks to be happy, or do I need to keep farming more Vaxstone blocks? I need more miners out there. At some point I will need to hire... I probably should have had Anya go out there. Yeah, I probably should have had Anya just go outside. Okay, I don't watch Gumball personally, so I probably won't look up that episode, but that is kind of interesting. We are running out of food. We do need to go back to the surface soon. I forgot we're not stretching our food supply anymore because we're not growing rice. We probably should start growing more rice. Alright, should we just go back to the surface? We're not going to really be able to get much silver from this giant asteroid. Unless we make this asteroid a permanent base. I know we were talking about, like, what kind of space base do we want? Do we want something on an asteroid, or do we want something else? Like a platform? I think I want to try going up into, like, upper orbit, so maybe not this one. I think by, like, 11 o'clock we're going to see if we can try to go higher, but I definitely need more plasteel, because I need to build the passenger shuttle, and I need 150, and we do not have 150. We have like 90. Actually, our plasteel keeps dropping, and I don't know why. Grave concern why my plasteel numbers continue to drop. Yeah, that's not good. So I think we'll just grab this, and then we'll probably just bail out. And once we hit like the 6, and then I think we'll be good to go. That way we can have at least another stack of Vaxstone blocks that I can work with, because we need about 50 for each stuff. Because if I could just send a shuttle up here, that'd be way easier rather than doing this. All right, let's go. Let's leave in about 1 in-game hour. I don't know how people like build giant ships. I don't know how they're getting all the plastic that they have, but whatever. All right, let's fly. We're gonna go to the ground this time. We gotta go back. We'll try to move closer to that asteroid field that has the plasteel. Let's see. Lake with an island, ruins, okay, a mixed biome, lake with an island, an abandoned colony, the Barlacrow Ghost Town. Or we could land over by the mountains. I am pretty sure it's just because I'm bad at the game. Yeah, like I'm not using deep scans. Let's go... Let's see. Somewhere mountainous or hilly is probably ideal. Let's see. Lake with an island, the Busto Reservoir. That seems okay. Let's go there. I have the shuttle engine. I just need to build the shuttle proper. So we have that as an option now. I think if we can get like maybe, you know, 1,000 plasteel, we could easily make a space base. But for now, since we don't have that, it's a little difficult. Also, my eye is itchy. I don't know why. But I'm still tempted to go to the moon, by the way. Look at this moon while it's loading. The NEKOGRADian space program, first lunar colony. Probably extreme, but it really is just a barren rock of nothing. Look at that. It's just you get exactly what you're expecting. Let's go back to the main planet. All right, let's go land and we'll see what we can find. Oh my goodness. My back is hurting. I don't know, like I've noticed my sleep schedule, like it's not so much my sleep schedule, but I think my sleep, like how I sleep is just a disaster. Because every time I wake up, my neck hurts, and I think I need to get another pillow. Because I think the way it is my neck is like bent, like this when I'm sleeping, because I sleep on my side. Maybe I need to start sleeping on my back. That might be healthier for me. Oh, perfect. Look at this beautiful island. I thought there was going to be more mountains here, but there is not. There's silver at least, and some plasteel. Not plasteel. Steel, silver. A bunch of other stuff is fine. No plasteel. Tragic. All right, we'll land in here. That's fine. It's a workable area. Get a neck brace. You mean a neck brace? I don't want to get a neck brace. That sounds painful. I like to sleep without having extra attachments to my body. All right, there we go. I had Docky to hug. I actually do have like a sizable pillow that I could hug, but I just need to get a new pillow because it's not thick enough. It's a very old pillow, so it's kind of compressed, if that makes sense. I think it's like some 10-year-old pillow. I'm like, yeah, I should probably replace this at some point. Okay, so we're back on the surface. Let's get Garm back onto the normal outfit again. Same with, I think it's Boomhouse. Get him back on the standard gear. I don't think it's weird to hug your own Docky. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. It's only weird if you make it weird. Okay, so I'm gonna have you drop your... I don't like how they're not auto-dropping the helmets, but that's whatever. Okay. Long-range scanner drop pod is more expensive than a shuttle, but doable. I think we're gonna do the shuttle when we can. We just can't afford it right now. Okay, let's get the space water recycling thingy. Then you can buy one of the... Yeah, exactly. You know, you could buy one of my very cool Dakimakuras if you really want. You should buy one and give it as a Valentine's gift to your favorite... Okay, that link is broken apparently. Oh, never mind. It worked. God, I forgot this. Every time I pull up this website, I'm like, wow, look at all these. I look at the see other VTuber related merch, and it's just like, would you like a face full of just questionable content? I'm like, okay, that's enough of that. Can we also just order all the hunts real fast? I think one day I still think one day if I ever get an opportunity, I would love to have like a Fumo plush as like merchandise. That would be the dream. That and an Android, but an Android requires like you gotta be like a bajillion, you know, you gotta be like Gura tier or HoloLive tier to get an Android. But man, I would love an Android or a Fumo. I think Fumo would be a lot more reachable realistically, because I know there's a lot of indie groups that like make ship. If you can get at least 100 guaranteed pre-orders, they will make you a Fumo and they will sell you the Fumo. I don't know if I can make it a squeaky toy. That might be a little excessive. But yeah, I do think it's kind of interesting, like how that's at least an option. I would love to have that, but again, maybe if in like 5-10 years, if I ever pop off and become like a super popular Sugoi VTuber, maybe then it could happen. But until then, that's not happening. Where's the silver? Wasn't there a chunk of silver here? Let's get that steel. Components. That's a lot of silver. At the very least, we can buy silver while we're here. Is there a way to get traders to come here? Come on. I don't want to keep waiting for more of these traders to show up. They don't like me enough. I guess I gotta send them more gifts. We gotta send them more gifts. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Let's first of all build these now that I have the parts for this. Yeah, allies, you can ask for trader. I know, I don't have a way to trade with them. Actually, where am I? Where am I located? We might be nearby another place that I could maybe trade, but I just have no idea where I am. Ah, okay, so these people hate me. These people definitely hate me. Those people are okay with me, but they're a decent drive away. They're, it's a 3-day journey. How long are we staying here? Probably. Okay, we're on cooldown for 2.2 days. We could send a caravan over there and then just land next to them later. Because it's at least 6 days to come back. The Herring Darklands, that sounds edgy. Homies near a later place we'll be playing. Ooh, what are you gonna be playing? Have a good night, Kahila. Rest well. Hopefully whatever game you're playing with your homie will be a fun one. Actually. Oh my gosh, everyone's on the verge of having a mental breakdown all the time. Oh, because X-Slayer was Funbound's husband. Oh, jeez. Where are you? Okay, so this is an unsightly environment. You know what this needs? A statue. Sculpture. Okay, I do have a spare sculpture. Okay, let's grab that sculpture. How big is this thing? I can put it right there. All right, having a nice sculpture will probably at least make this room a little more vibrant and maybe less painful. We'll do exactly that. I think it'll be fine. And we will have more engines so we can fly further at any given time. We also need more wood, so we're probably going to chop down more trees. Basically, every time we land, there's always things to do. This ship is not self-sufficient enough. With 20 humans on board, it is excessive. All right, I'm going to put Havel back in their bedroom. Havel has earned the right to a smart bed-based bedroom, and that'll be fine. Also, a bunch of alpacas have joined us for some reason. I'm gonna execute all of them because I am not taking care of alpacas. Where's Bash? Also, I forgot we had this fox. This fox has been with us the whole time, so at this point, I'm not willing to kill it. I'm gonna give it a name. I need to give it a name. From now on, this fox shall be known as I'm gonna close my eyes, and then when I open them, whatever name it is what it's gonna be called. All right, this fox is now known as Madeline. Hopefully, this fox will live a long, fruitful life and not explode into a million tiny pieces like many of our animal companions tend to do. God, can you imagine taking care of a dragon on this map, or on this ship too? Wait, you know what? I'm kind of curious. Does Dragons Descend have like void dragons, like space dragons? I'm kind of curious now. I feel like I need to look this up. Hold on. I need to look this up. Does Dragons Descent actually add anything? Dragons Descent. Let me see. I've not actually looked at Dragon's Descent in forever because I've never bothered using it in like so long because I just don't feel like it. let's see here. Dragon's Descent. Dragon Bond. Doesn't look like they added anything temperate, tundra, arid. Oh, okay, true dragon. Okay, probably not. Also, I don't know what's going on, but like the audio is like super cutting out, and I don't know what's causing it. Very strange. Ray's hungry, so now she's yelling at everyone. How accurate. Ray's gonna come in and kill me for saying that. I can feel it. I can feel the danger of that statement. Also, I think the easiest way to at least manage our water for now is we'll probably just add a water well. I guess I have to add it here. And I just need to run piping up there for now. Did you say it anyways? Yeah. Let's run the water piping like this. Should be okay. We need to run more pipes anyways throughout this entire ship. That'll be fine. It's okay, Ray. You know I mean it in jest. Okay. So Ray's still maging at everyone, but that's fine. We definitely need to figure out the water problem in the ship, which is the biggest problem. I'm just trying to think of how I want to expand this. The main issue again is not having enough panels. 50 panels is solid, but what can I do with 50 panels? What would I expand? Wait. Yeah, what would I expand here? So we can expand over here. I guess we need to, I guess since we're on the ground anyways for a bit longer, we should probably try to finagle this hallway, so that the hallway is symmetrical on this side as well. So the hallway would start up here. We'd have to move the whole bathroom somewhere else, which is the biggest problem. I don't have a spot to put the bathroom. At least there's no good spot to put it. And then this would have to be moved away, or we'd have to rotate this. Okay, I think I see. I think I know how we're gonna do this. We can rotate this around so it's facing this way, and then we can cut through here. We can probably put a bathroom somewhere over here. The kitchen gets bigger, or we can put the bathroom down here. Actually, probably makes more sense to put it. At least put a bathroom in this section of the ship. Because you only need 3 tiles anyways. Right? You just need... But if I do this, I have to do it on the other side too, or at least make this bigger, which is going to drive me crazy. But I think that I don't have a choice. I need to move that bathroom. Okay, so at the very least you need 1, 2, 3, and then you need the tiles like that. I think it'll also make a smoother transition, so it's not going to look as blocky. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So at the very least that is 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then we'll expand the walls out over there as well. Progress requires a lot of things to happen, so we're going to keep doing our quote-unquote progress as much as possible. Also, I don't know why we have kibble here. We're not going to eat kibble. Our colonists don't eat kibble. Kibble, I think, lasts forever, right? So I'm just going to put it... does it last forever? Oh, wow. Kibble really does last forever, huh? If you're in a starving situation, you can eat kibble and be fine, right? Like, it's not going to taste good, and you're basically eating like an animal, but I guess in the worst case scenario, kibble is technically calories that you can use to survive in a, let's say, post-apocalyptic situation, right? You may not have the correct nutrients for a human, but worst comes to worst, you can eat it. Okay, just making sure I'm not crazy. That's what I thought. I don't know why the sound in this game is, like, janky. The sound is, like, cutting off in random spots. I don't know what's going on with that. It's super strange. Okay. Oh, wait. This is not... There we go. Let's put that statue there. Thank you. Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, the food standards being, like, lower for human food definitely makes a lot of sense, too. Or for pet food makes a lot of sense. I don't know why the sound keeps breaking. I need to reboot the game. I guess it's not that big of a deal, but it is something that's like I'm noticing. Okay. Okay, so Anya will build this out, and then they'll get us some water. We can probably quickly fill the water tank for now. Okay, and then over here, we can expand this. Like this one, too, and then this can be demolished, so we can at least have that somewhere else, and we'll put this light right there's fine. Quickly move that light over there, and then you can go back to fabricating. Perfect. Makes sense. Okay, we still have 3 days of food. I have food in about... What do you mean you almost died from Arby's? What did Arby's do to you that almost killed you? I have not had Arby's in forever. Quite frankly, I saw that they sold like steak bites, and I'm like, this is where we're at now. We're just dicing up a steak and selling it for like, you know, maybe $20 per pound, essentially, when it's all said and done. People don't feel like cooking a steak by themselves. They're just gonna buy it from like an Arby's of all places. I don't know if I would trust Arby's with a steak. I don't know. That just seems a little dangerous. Not my type of thing, quite frankly. We do need our points, so we're gonna try to do this thing real quick. Food poisoning bad enough to take the first ambulance ride of your life? Good God. You did miss your last job in Arby's. Okay, I was very confused, and I thought you were talking about like you worked at Arby's as a as like a fast food employee. I remember like I used to go to, so I remember a long time ago, there was near one of the movie theaters I would go to, there was an Arby's like right next door, and I would always aim to watch a movie between the hours of 2 and 5 o'clock. This is when I was in university, because that was Arby's happy hour. So what I would do every single time was I would go bring a drink from home, like a bottle of soda or a can of soda, and then I would swing by that Arby's and then buy like $5 worth of food, because during happy hour it was just all on the dollar menu. Like you had the sliders and fries and nuggets. I think they had nuggets on their dollar menu. So I just buy $5 worth of food, so 4 items, and just sneak that into the theater, because no one, the movie theater employees are underpaid college students. And it was great. I would have a delicious full meal while I'm watching, I don't know, whatever late 2010s action flick has just come out. Probably something involving Jason Statham or Dwayne Johnson or some Marvel film. It was a good time. Your first job was Arby's? What did you enjoy about Arby's? You'd get stacks of free sandwich coupons. I was like, God, I can only imagine eating so much Arby's sandwiches. I mean, the sandwiches are pretty good. Like, if you want like a nice beef and cheddar, that's solid usually. Okay, so we did get 3 points, or how many points do we need for the rank up? 12? I think if we do one more ritual, let's do the party. I think if we do the party, that should be enough to maybe get us to the next tier. Okay, we're gonna put this here. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, which is just enough to shove in this. Actually, no, we're not gonna use this toilet. We're gonna use the we have the option now to use a vacuum toilet, space toilet, that is going to apparently consume 30 plasteel, because I don't have a choice. We'll put the toilet here, and then we'll put a nice shower here. I think it'll be okay. And then because I'm putting a toilet, I now need to put in the sewage port dump thing, so I guess we'll put it like right next to the toilet. And then I need to hook all this up together with all the plumbing, because the plumbing is very disjointed and haphazard. That should be good. Perfect. Get that built out. Have they always had dancing animations during parties? I swear I don't remember this. They're just kind of wiggling. Is there even music? Oh my gosh, there's no music. They're just... Oh, because I don't have loudspeakers, that's why. Cool. All right, we got a new wanderer. A child named Lithanaz has arrived and wants to join the colony. She's willing to contribute but will not leave voluntarily. She's 5 years old, and her best stat is shooting. All right, we found a 5-year-old kid. All right, I'm not going to say no to a 5-year-old kid. They probably need to be taken care of. All right. Well, we do have a spare bed for them, so that's fine. Do we have anyone in the queue? No. Okay, so the kid will just stick around until someone wants to have the child as their character. Oh, they're an impid. Alright, well, you know what? No one ever said imps can't become cats, so... There we go. That's fine. She comes with a revolver that I guess she can shoot. Listen, no. Out of context, that sounds really bad. I'm not gonna deny a kid a home here so that... Listen, we're gonna take care of this child. Okay, that sounds... Out of context, it sounds really bad. No. Not like this. Why is everyone actually sad? Decoration unfulfilled, tattered apparel. Wait, we need more things too. You already posted it? Oh no. Is this where I get cancelled? Is this the great canceling? I can't believe it. My VTuber career is already over. Yeah, I have to now I now have to make a 20-minute long apology video with a black screen and what's it called? And just try and what do they say? Dodge, deflect, and gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. It's exclamation mark join queue. It's the same. This is the command that's in the stream title. Okay, why don't we keep adding more to this? By the way, I probably need to start dyeing the floors. I know these floors can be dyed, but I don't have any of the dyes anyways. You gotta do another UE at the end there. Okay, so this is Lithanaz. We gotta find a way to educate this child, which means I have to build a classroom now for the kid. Alright, this is gonna be Umi. Alright, Umi. Welcome aboard. Hopefully you're not gonna explode into a million tiny pieces. Alright, Umi, welcome aboard. You are a child, 5 years of age and impid, composed, stiff, and tough. Means you're actually pretty good at certain aspects. You can also breathe fire. You do have a gun. Although it's a little too bulky for you to carry, which is a bit of an... I don't know why you're carrying beer. Let's make you drop that beer. Okay, so you don't want a weapon. All right, let's... I will not give you a weapon. How about that? You will just... You'll carry a knife. How about that? Everyone should have a knife. A 5-year-old, you're going to learn how to use a knife, okay? Everyone's got to learn how to use a knife. The colony needs people who are able to fight. Oh my goodness, gazelles. We can kill the gazelles. That's food. Oh, they're right there too. All right, hold on. We're gonna kill them while they sleep. Get over here. Okay. I will... Okay, no weapon. No weapon. Here. All right. Wait, what's the mechanic if they have a weapon? All right. Drafted hunt. Where is it? Perfect. Oh, okay. In that case, sure. Yeah, I'll take away your weapon so that there's no chance that you get murdered. Fair enough. Let's go over here. Let's kill these two. Make sure we haul these in. Perfect. Look at that. Just before armed targets over. Oh, okay. So basically, they'll ignore the kids for the most part. Okay, that's actually very important to know. Well, maybe we should just keep the kid near the base at all times. And look, the kid's actually reading. Look at Umi reading this beautiful book, Hislop's Intro to Building, which means you're going to learn how to become a builder. We're going to mold you into a wonderful manual laborer. Oh, hey, look, cargo pods. I'm not going to say no to elephant leather, I guess. Oh, that landed like right next to us. That's really convenient. Also, we can reform the ideology, so we're going to actually add ideology part now. What are we adding to NEKOGRAD? So, shipborne collectivist. What else do we want to add here? Supremacist is a little extreme, but it does add access to shooting and melee specialists. Nationalist probably makes the most sense. And it allows us to have a commissar. Egalitarian is also not bad, although I don't like the diversity of thought part. What are the other high-end ones? Animal personhood. Prevents us from slaughtering animals. Okay. Travel is important to our kind. Nationalist probably does make the most sense, quite frankly. Although, some of these other ones are kind of nice too. We have shipborne. It's like male industrialism. Increases the yield of your mining, woodcupping, farming, possibly dumb labor, but I don't like how this makes your skilled labor slow. I never liked that part. You don't have to have it. You can have respected if guilty. Otherwise, you're not required to execute people. Crafting culture. Bushido is such a janky one. Wait, you can have city build. Okay, city builder, healthcare, transhumanist, raider, flesh purity, insect fishing. I guess nationalist probably makes the most sense. Oh, if everyone calls have enterprise and punches then you have to execute them because they're guilty, right? Okay. Let's see. What are my other options here? Loyalist, maybe? We stand for our own before others. Supremacist. Execution, don't care. Slavery is acceptable. It gets you the shooting and melee specialist, which is pretty solid. Maybe I'll take the supremacist one. Maybe that's fine. We are trying to push NEKOGRAD to become the supreme ideology in all these realms. That might be fine. Sure, we'll take supremacist. God, I do like the idea of patriotism, but like, punching each other is just annoying. Is this from Alpha Memes? What are the other options? We definitely won't do any of these, I think. I do want to have one with additional roles, though, which is like the main thing that I'm like looking for. I don't think we're transhumanists. Trading is kind of funny, though. Trading... Okay, so this one requires you to be trading a lot. And we do trade frequently, so maybe... But with wealth comes power, and we're NEKOGRAD. We're supposed to be communist cat girls. We don't believe in trading for profit. We trade only so we have the resources we need to continue expanding. Scrapper sounds kind of interesting. Deconstruction yield is high, but you must have junk. I don't think I want to have junk on the ship is the problem too. What are we thinking? Supremacist probably is fine. I guess supremacist is okay. Industrialism, if it wasn't for that slowing precept of skilled labor thing. Because skilled labor is crafting, and I don't really like that. I don't want to deal with that. Alright, we'll do supremacist. That's fine. Sure. Okay, so... Dumb labor is... liked. Temperature, okay, that's fine. Child labor is encouraged? Or disapproved? Maybe children should at least should we force the kid to work, or should we let them be educated? Maybe we let them be educated. I think Sargas price is kind of alpha amounts of fiction sort of loves variety, often pointed out extreme pros and cons. Yeah, that is a little I do definitely understand that being a little extreme. Medical or social. Canvas is horrible. That's fine. Fine. Work drive, that's now added. Child labor disapproved. We don't want the kids to be working. No, actually, yeah, no. You're allowed to work. I think most of these we'll just leave alone. I'm not really interested in changing most of these. Death can be... Don't care. Don't care means... Won't get any mood effect from losing other colonists. I don't think that's appropriate. I think most of these are fine. Yeah. Oh, here we go. We got to do the new role. We got a commissar. I guess we just call them. Wait, hold on. What we got? Yeah, here we go. Melee specialist and shooting specialist. Okay, so the melee specialist gets there has to be a way for me to add whatever clothes I want for the required apparel. Is this not never an option? Like, there's got to be a mod for this. All right, I need to look up something. Let's see. Warrior of the People's Union. Lock that in. And then the gunner will be called the sure shot of the people. There we go. I think that's fine. So we actually get, wait, hold on, how many rolls am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I have 2 more rolls to add, which means 2 more people that I have to take care of on a regular basis. When did I put the main outfit on? Hold on, I don't remember this. There we go. Okay, so which pawn is so good at shooting? Okay, so I think Sun, having distinguished himself in combat, will get the new role of oh, he's already got a role. Should I give that let's see, if I give him that new role, is he gonna care? Airship research was I think I want to swap him over to the Warrior of the People's Union. He will not do. Oh, but you can't do certain work anymore. Got it. Okay, so this is kind of the main issue with that. Who else is a good fighter? Okay, Airman's actually not a bad fighter. Maybe we give it to Airman Joker. Let's see. But you will not be able to construct anymore, which is a problem. Ah, the trade-offs that one must make. I think Xanth might be okay. But, oh, he's missing an eyeball. Wait, hold on. How many people are missing body parts? I should check that first. Hold on. Let's see. Why is her name A? What happened to her full name? Just gonna fix that real fast. Anya's correct. There we go. That was weird. I need a mod for missing body parts, like a mod to find out like what body parts are missing. I thought there was an option for that, but I don't know. I'm just gonna see if I can find out like what parts are missing. Yeah, see here, like we're missing a nose, various toes, fingers as well. Probably needs a brand new arm. Colin's missing 8 body parts. I would love that, unironically. Something that just yells at me, hey, people missing parts. Oh, that's why we built the extra spine. I remember why we built the extra spine now. Okay, hold on. I think I sold that spine is the problem. Ah, shoot, I sold the spine off. All right. I was like, why did we build an extra spine? It's okay, I sold the spine because I knew we were gonna need the shuttle engine, so it was totally worth it in the end. It was totally worth it. Totally worth it. It's fine. Son's having a food binge, that's okay. Well, listen, the opportunity to buy a one of those funny things came up, so I had no choice but to take it. We still don't have enough food. Like, there's just not enough. We're not killing enough animals here. We probably will just go kill the boars. Let's go grab you, and anyone with a shotgun basically gets to go down here, and let's go start slaughtering animals. Oh gosh, yeah, it's also super slow to walk across this river, lake thing. Oh, the tragedy of it all. Actually, hold on. I know. Let's see what body parts I have sitting around. I need to make this stop moving. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we actually don't have any more bionic parts. Now, that said, I have advanced components, so that's fine. So we could make more stuff. But the problem is that the panels just cost so much to manufacture, and that's why we're running out of plasteel all the time. All right, there's the boars at the edge of the map, which is kind of annoying. We're just gonna go here and then press this funny button. All right, look at that. Now we have delicious food. Listen to them squeal. All right, and then someone else will probably go grab that food. What other animals are on the map? Let's see. Ah, all right, let's go kill this turkey. I am fine killing a turkey and a wolf. All Alright, and then that wolf over there is also prime dining. And you know what? Let's kill... Hold on, what are we researching next? Smart toilets, power showers. Honestly, okay, if I wanted to bum rush all the way to manufacture... We could automate some of our production. It's a little excessive, and obviously the costs would be very high too, but the batteries are not bad. I don't think I've ever used the conveyor systems, but the metal refining binary system, so that's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 techs to get to metal refining. Metal refining would at least let us make plasteel, which is probably okay, because we do make a decent chunk of chem fuel anyway, so I think that's fine. Let's just start working our way to that technology. Raven NEKOGRAD comments fighting off Capitals Big Dogs or something. I still looked at that. I looked at that trailer honestly the other day too before I did this run, because I was like, all right, I gotta make sure I can have a continuous plot line. And I love the World War II aesthetic. It is a shame. Like, it is kind of interesting that we're doing. I will say, Odyssey has ruined my ability to enjoy building stationary colonies. I don't know what it is, but I do feel like the next colony I'm going to do is going to be a stationary colony, and I know exactly what I want to do. Like, I've already come up with the idea, and it's gonna be very rough, I think. If you think some of our previous winter runs were rough, oh boy. Let's just say I found a mod that allows you to have tidally locked planets. And I was like, I need to know more about this. And also, I've been kind of thinking about Frostpunk again recently, and I know there's that Frostpunk quest mod, and I was like, kinda want to try that and see if I can do that entire quest line. We might be doing a Frostpunk themed colony. And I'm sure nothing bad will happen from such an attempt. I'm sure it'll be fun. You know what? Okay. I'm gonna have Umi. Let's see. Umi, your only priority right now is, one, yes, get educated, obviously. You can't. Okay, but otherwise cleaning is probably best for Umi, because I need someone to clean, so why not have the local new child who just joined us learn how to clean and take care of things. Also, I need to make sure this bathroom is filled up. Okay, so what we're gonna do finally is I'm gonna expand this bathroom. We're gonna add a O2 pump. Oh wait, no, I can just move this one. That's fine. So I need to redesign this entire section. So we're gonna reinstall this here. Reinstall this light over here. And then this gets demolished. No, don't do that. Demolish this. Move that light. This gets don't demolish that. That's fine too. Is this the mod? Wait, what is this? I've never seen this. Winter Taiga Biome 2? What is this? Real. Alright, let me look at this mod. Also, 5 people got the flu. Great. Alright. Hopefully they survived the flu. Can't really do much about that, I guess. Maybe we should tend to them now instead of letting them wait. Okay. Wakey, wakey. It's time to tend. Let's make sure they'll survive. I'm sure they'll be okay. Okay, yeah, they should be fine. Alright, what does this actually do? Let's see. Always bothered never delivering on the harsh winters comment. Let's see. Winter one only your dreams comes true. Winter taiga. Cold pine. New trees, new crops that are capable of growing in the winter, including wild crossroot, cold grass, cold bush. Combat extended capable. Interesting. Interesting. Basically makes taigas even more deadly. It is a biome mod, yeah. Hello, Nahil, how are you? I might need to look into this. I'm gonna keep this open. I'll probably subscribe to it later so I don't forget. Okay, so this needs to... I'm gonna rotate this bench, like here. And then I need to... This door needs to go here, and then this gets sealed up like this. And then this will be open. Move this O2 pump over here is fine. Driving in for a bit. Ah, well, welcome aboard. Hopefully you have a good sleep. And hopefully you don't have to deal with teeth problems like I have to deal with teeth problems. All I'm gonna say is please take care of your teeth, comrades. Don't be like me, who has to deal with all these shenanigans all the time involving teeth. I think once I am done with my crown for the teeth, I will be free from having to go see the dentist for the foreseeable future, and I cannot wait to be in that situation. I don't know if you weren't here for it, but I basically mentioned earlier how I had a root canal, and it's not fun. I also had all 4 of my wisdom teeth extracted like back in January, so lots of fun times to be had. Lots and lots of fun. Let's also move this over here, because now I need to expand this, and now I can delete, and now we can keep making the hallway. It goes dentist catch. Yes, I will go to the dentist every 6 months from now on. I plan on going and being consistent with my cleanings. The only thing I don't like, I like my dentist, but my biggest gripe is that holy cow, okay, so when I had my root canal, I had my appointment at 10 o'clock. I get there like 5 minutes before 10, get signed in and everything. I didn't get called in until 10:30. And then they injected me with like they took some x-rays, then I waited a little bit longer, and then like, all right, well, we'll get you, oh shit, we gotta run. And then it took them until, basically the main thing is that I didn't, like, my appointment's 10 o'clock, I didn't get started until, oh shoot. Until about, I wanna say, so it's 10:30, I got in, and then they were getting me prepped. And then 10:45, I have various drugs in my system now, like the anesthetic, and I'm just waiting. It's literally just a waiting game until I'm... can we stabilize you real quick? Garm actually has a decent medical skill. I think Garm can just tend on the spot, should be fine. And so basically what happened was they didn't get started until like 11:30 on the actual root canal. So basically an hour and a half after my appointment was supposed to start. And then I was done by 12:30, but I was like, my god, I was here way longer than I should have. Because I wanted to go home, and I was like, no, I'm stuck here. Then I actually subsisted on soup. I subsisted on soup and mac and cheese and mashed potatoes and scrambled eggs. That was essentially my diet for a week. Not a bad diet if you're looking to lose weight is all I'm gonna say. But it is what I had to eat because I wasn't allowed to eat hard foods. I think I started eating chicken again after a week. I was super hungry and I couldn't stand not eating something solid-ish, so I literally went to a 7-Eleven and I bought chicken wings and I ate it, and I was like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. Mostly because I had to eat something that wasn't just mushy. Is it the best place to get chicken wings? No. But at that time, it sure was a blessing to have. Yeah. Oh, trust me, I was like, oh my goodness, finally, food. Something I can consume that doesn't make me want to hate myself. You gotta do what you gotta do to survive, but I was like, oh. I'm so glad I didn't have any pain, though. Like, have you ever had, like, your teeth pulled out? Basically, what I did was I made sure I was constantly taking the drugs that they prescribed me. And that way, I didn't have to have any pain the entire time. And it was pretty cool not having to worry. I'm going to expand the hospital at some point. This hospital is too tiny. It's just going to keep looking like a brick the more I add to this. Ugh. Maybe I should have actually had the this stuff over here instead. It's too late now. Pull feels too mild to crush your teeth and pull out fragments. Were you awake for it? I know, yeah, I know crushing the teeth is normally like a common thing. But I don't think they had to do that for me, thankfully. God. Yeah, I don't think they had to do anything like that for me. That would have been a little much. Oh, you were conscious? Oh, yeah, see, no, I was like, no, give me that. Give me that IV sedation. I do not want to be awake for this. Just knock me out, fam. I don't want to know anything that's going on. Just wake me up when it's all said and done. I ain't being awake for any of this. Oh shit, the pipe looks ugly. We're gonna reorganize the pipes too. I don't like having to see visual pipes. Oh, I don't need that pipe anymore. Let's get rid of that too. Get rid of the O pipe. There we go. So you're experiencing the pressure of the force they put into your jaw, but not any pain. Oh, trust me. No, I know that feeling. That's definitely really odd. Like when they were doing the root canal, and obviously like you hear all the noises of the drill just ripping apart like the outer part of your teeth, but then like nothing else. That's it. Like you're not feeling anything. You're just seeing them and you're hearing the noises. It's strange. It's definitely strange. Oh my goodness, I can make the kitchen faster. I'm gonna add a sink here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we have enough food to at least last us a little bit. We could maybe go into space for a small amount of time. It's probably okay, especially now that we have 3 large, chunky thrusters. So we might do that. I think we'll fly up. Also because I'm running out of this again. And I think I got most of what I want from this map. So let's see. Let's get everyone inside. And once we get those last 2 boars. Yeah, I remember you mentioning before that, yeah, they didn't give you enough sleep juice, so you woke up in the middle of it, and they're just kind of trying to get you more drugs, I think, at some point. But it's like, it's a little late already. Yeah, that sucks. Having to be woken up in the middle of that just seems... That's just awful. God, we have 3... There's not enough food in this colony still. Well, I think if we slaughter the boars, I think we'll have enough food. Yeah, we'll have enough food, I think. We'll be okay. I'm gonna make a new shelf specifically for the kibble. I don't want the kibble here. I want the kibble just like in the kitchen, just hanging around. So, God, I told myself 11 o'clock I wanted to start building a space base, but I don't know if we can. If we make a space base, what do I need specifically? Food, water, and then maybe we just have to send some basic shipments up there. Someone who can build. Which pawn would be okay staying up in space alone for the foreseeable future? They need to be basically someone who can handle food. Maybe we can send 2 people up there. We'll probably have to make them eat nutrient paste for the time being. So ideally someone who's just really good with crops and building. God, it might be Garm. I'm looking at my options here. I think Garm might actually have to be the person we send into space alone to develop the base. Oh my gosh, I guess it has to be Garm. Let's see. Would Garm survive? Because Garm's got the mining skill, plant skill, and construction skill to essentially carve out an asteroid and get set up there. And then we just have to keep giving Garm fresh materials, and I think that'd be okay. I think maybe, let's see. What if we get, I think once we get a shuttle, we'll do it. Once we get a shuttle, we're fine. Yeah, let's go get ourselves some plasteel. I know there's a plasteel, asteroid field up here. What about in the upper atmosphere? What do we have? All the deep orbit stuff's over there. Ugh. Compacted machinery, something else. Gold ore, compacted steel. This one has machine. There's not a lot of these that have. Oh, there's one with plasteel. It's all the way over there, though. Let's see. Do we want to go visit this up here? A large amount of compacted machinery and something else. We can spend like 3 to 4 days up in space and probably survive. Let's see. What are the other upper atmosphere? This one has compacted steel, uranium ore. Oh, here, there's one with plasteel up here. So we have to move a little bit north, and then we could probably fly up to that one. I think we'll do that one. The Gabaron asteroid. So at the very least, we have to move north. But because we have so much stuff, we can just fly around now. I added 4 fat thrusters, so we have a lot more space to maneuver. Let's see. Wrong button. So is there any other plasteel? Plasteel. Maybe there's one nearby. Nope, nope, nope. Too far. Wrong way. Far. Nope. Wrong way. Wrong way. Okay, so basically all the plasteel's in the section of the map. You're gonna go sleep. All right, have a good night, Alana. Hopefully you're feeling better. If you're taking NyQuil, that means you're probably not feeling good. Rest well, comrade. Let's go up here. Yeah, I think the mountains will be pretty good. Mega Sloth habitat is fine. That means there's a lot of food. All right, off we go. A syrup. Don't ever make that NyQuil sleepy time chicken, which is a thing that exists for some reason. Don't ask how I know. Alright, there we go. Off we go, yet again, to another magical adventure. Look at that just giant dead patch of grass. How much meat-goring have I had in my life? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, yeah, I do like meat-goring, but most of my meat-goring experience is just the instant one. I've never had like authentic mewgenics. I've only had the instant packet one from, you know, the Indomie. That's the only one I've had. There's not really like Indonesian or Malaysian food, like, or like Southeast Asian food in my area. So most of my area is basically Korean, Japanese, Chinese food, and Filipino food, weirdly enough. There's a couple of Vietnamese places, but they're not nearly as popular. All right. There's supposedly a lot of mega sloths here, but I'm not seeing that. I am seeing a fat stack of caribou that I'm about to go murder, though, for food. Okay, we're not going to be here in this area for too long. We're literally here just long enough so that we can fly to the area above me. So we'll go, I think, right about here is fine. You know what my favorite... Okay, I will say, I'll tell you what my favorite dry instant noodle is. You know, the one that doesn't have soup. Lucky Me Pancit Canton is probably my favorite, like, quote-unquote instant noodle that is not a soup-based noodle. That one I grew up eating a lot of. It is probably not very healthy, and there's not a lot in each pack. Typically, if I'm eating it, I need 2 packs to feel full, because it's just kind of not that much, honestly. Oh my goodness, there's actually plasteel here. Actually, a lot of minerals here, too. Where did it say Mega Sloth? Oh, there is a Mega Sloth there. There's a Mega Sloth. Huh. Alright, well, thankfully we've landed, and there's at least going to be stuff that we can find. These guys should be surviving the flu, I hope. So Garm is probably the one that's most prone to dying from the flu. So yeah, we can't send Garm up anyways, due to the flu. Getting some egg helps with finding some eggs, filling in 2 packs to go. Yeah, exactly. I usually add like just more green onions, and like I typically, like for example, whenever I go get gas at a Costco, I will always buy a Costco rotisserie chicken if they have any available, and I will shred that thing into various meat bits that I can throw into my soups for the next like a week. So if I ever need soup or some easy protein to help fill out my food, that's what I do. It's so easy. I don't know why more people don't do it. It's such an easy way to just add things to do to your food. It's great. Infidave has the flu. How close is he to dying? He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be okay. Bacon. Ah, are you like... Oh, and then you can use the oil to help make your noodles even more delicious, right? Something like that. That does sound delicious. Oh, the caribou are running away. What a bunch of cowards. Why won't they stand and face me? Okay, so I'm basically going through this entire tech tree until I can get to metal refining, which is probably a little cheesy, but I really want to have access to metal refining. Oh wait, I can skip electrical batteries and go straight to machine learning, and then we can go straight to binary into metal refining, I think. But it does require a high-tech research bench. Oh, we already have that. That's fine. I do like pork fat. It is very good. It is not healthy, though. I am aware that it's delicious, but I'm also aware that this cannot be healthy for the average person. When does that ever stop me from eating things? Look at that cute girl playing Rimworld. Hello, Matthias7. How are you doing, comrade? I'm a guy in real life, if that matters to your interpretation of cat girl. But while I am on the internet, I can be a cute, adorable anime girl instead. And that's great, isn't it? The power of being a VTuber. I wonder how many people have like ever like clicked on this stream confused as to like why does this person have like a deep voice and not like an anime girl, it's because that's literally why. I can be whatever I want here. But you're not gonna find degeneracy. You'll find very normal content. You want the maid outfit? Sure. I don't know why I had to say it like that. Remember your first week on the internet? Yeah, my first week on the internet was when I was like 4 or 5 and I was playing like Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon.com and playing all those weird games. I remember playing so many games on the Cartoon Network website. There was this one specific game that I played a lot. I don't know why. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but on the Cartoon Network website, they used to have all these games, like Flash games and stuff. There was one specifically, it was like an RPG where you're like walking around on the island and interacting with all the other cartoon characters and trying to solve like some kind of quest or something. A lot of it was just like talk to this person, talk to this person, talk to this person. But what was it called? I played it so much when I was like a little kid. And they had like all the cartoon characters from that era too. Like Courage and Johnny Bravo. And I think at later updates they included things like, you know, like I think the Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends was also I think at some point on there. There's a lot of stuff. Can't remember what it was called, but I do remember all that, and it was great times. They don't make online games like they used to, is all I'm gonna say. They don't make them like they used to. What a shame. By the way, look at all those beautiful caribou that are slowly dying that we're now gonna be able to consume. Infidave is still gonna die, I think. Maybe. How's Garm? I think Garm will beat that flu. Thankfully, this is why we have a large quantity of herbal medicine, but I have not been able to convert it to standard medicine because we can't grow enough heal root fast enough. We literally just can't grow this stuff quick enough for our needs. Oh, by the way, I do think what I do want to research next is, unironically, probably some of the fabrication shenanigans is probably on the next up on the docket. There's a mod I have, which is probably a little busted, that adds more linkables. So for example, you can have improved cabinets, mechanic cabinets, and scientist cabinets, all of which improve your production speed when you place it near a workbench. So if you have each of these, they actually add independently, so 10%, and this will add 25%. So you can just go fast as long as you have the parts. I will say the only thing I don't like about grav ships is I don't know why I still see this particle effect for snow over my grav ship if I'm supposed to be indoors. Because this doesn't happen if you have like a normal base, right? Like only on grav ships does this happen. It's super weird. It throws me off quite a bit. There we go. Look at that. Garm is having... Okay, the caribou's having revenge. Hopefully Ray can kill this. There we go. Also, how are you doing, Marksman? Are you still checking to see how many points you are? Are you trying to make sure you're number 1? So I'm looking at this game that was recommended on suggestions. I think Infidave posted this. Why is Marissa from Toho trading tanks and guns? Is the only question that I have when I saw this game. It's called Toho Witches Night Market. I looked at it, and for whatever reason or this is Xanth that recommended this. Like, hold on, look at this thing. Why is Marissa Toho selling firearms and tanks and other equipment of like military equipment? I kind of want to try it because it seems a little silly, but I don't know if I'd stream it. I think this is actually part of like, let's see, it's an auto battler, that's why. So she's trading in all this equipment. But I saw this, I'm like, I didn't realize that you're allowed to have guns in Toho games. You watch Lord of War 1, 2, 20. I don't know. Okay, so I've never seen Lord of War. I know Nick Cage is in it, is about the extent of my knowledge for that film. But for whatever reason, so many Lord of War clips are showing up on my YouTube feed. Like, here's a clip of Nick Cage in Lord of War. Here's here's the intro to Lord of War. Here's another scene of Nick Cage giving guns out to the South African rebels in Lord of War. I'm like, why? Is this movie suddenly getting a huge amount of interest again? So strange. It's a great movie. Maybe I'll watch it one of these days, but I was like, this seems silly. If you get the time. Yeah, maybe I'll watch it at some point, but a lot of times I just don't have time to watch all these other movies. Nick Cage, maybe I'll make an exception for. I know Nick Cage is starring in another movie soon, because he's Spider Noir in the new Spider Noir movie, which I guess they decided this is a movie that they wanted to make for some reason. I'm like, you know what? Sure. At this point, whatever. I'm not gonna question it. They can make whatever they want. Nick Cage is a somewhat funny actor. The Nick Cage cinematic universe is fine by me. I'm not gonna question it. At least this thing has enough water to survive. Maybe, we'll see. Do we have enough stuff that we can leave, or do I have to still stick around here? We still are running out of food. I think what I really need is I need like a dedicated hydroponics. I think if we get advanced hydroponics, we'd be okay. Because that's 350 growth speed, which means you can grow rice in 1 day. Which is crazy, by the way. So if you go for advanced hydroponics, I believe, which is from Vegetable Garden, advanced hydroponic basins grow at 310. So you can grow a crop of rice in 1 day. You don't need light. You just need to be able to power this thing 200 watts. And then obviously that's probably all you need. But we need to solve our power problem. A big fusion reactor would probably be the solution. Ilana will guarantee a recruitment on a prisoner if we find another prisoner, but that's not happening anytime soon. We are actually getting close to being able to build a shuttle. The shuttle will require... Oh wait, we can build a shuttle. Oh my goodness, we can build the shuttle now. Where am I gonna put this thing? Okay, only because I don't know where to put this for now. I'm gonna put the shuttle on the exterior of the ship, so you will need to be able to go outside to access this, but I think that's fine. This means we can trade, which is the most important part. We can go and trade with people as much as we need to. That's... okay, make this, like, let's do this. We're running out of chem fuel, so I need to make sure we're doing astro fuel last. Let's get that slammed out. Oh my goodness, we can trade. We can finally sell off all of our garbage, because we have so many leathers and cloths that I have been farming from all the different animals we've been killing, so I think now it's a good time to trade. Now, where's the nearest person we can trade with? There is a settlement here, the Treedale. Probably good enough to offer some of them our stuff, and we'll see what they got for us. I think they'll be happy now that we are offering them items. Unfortunately, we still can't trade with the Empire. I kind of want to do a run where we kind of suck up to the Empire. Cargo pods and sidecast are we joke too. Well, yeah, we don't have cargo pods, and we definitely don't have sidecast. I don't think we've done any sidecasting this run, because I didn't feel like doing sidecasts. Maybe in a future run we'll do some sidecasting, but this one it was not necessary. God, I still love how this gear looks. I love this cape. It's so nice. I love capes. Capes are dumb, is my understanding, but they do look cool. Oh gosh, how long is this thing gonna take? 500 working hours to build. All right, real quick, what we're gonna do is we're gonna slap down. I think I have enough. I have enough grab ship substructure for this. I'm gonna add this here, so that we can at least take the shuttle with me for the time being. And then, yeah, so now our main goal is probably we'll send one of our best traders, carry all of our excess leathers, and just see what we can buy from people. And we should be able to get a decent amount of stuff. He's resting, yeah, because these can't grow forever. At the very least, we're still power neutral, but we do need to go back into space at some point. You like the ship, Umi? Do you like how beautiful this thing is? I think the ship is nice. I think despite everything, this thing at least has some aesthetic to it. It's not the perfect aesthetic, and there's a lot of issues with it, but it's growing. I just am growing wider than more vertical. I would like to grow more this way. It's just the way I've been doing this run, it's just not panning out that way. But yeah, we're definitely gonna eat all of our plasteel now. Oh well, it's fine. Come on. All right, here's our brand new shuttle. I don't have a name for it. I'm gonna call this the... okay, what was that? I know what I'm gonna call it. Ibiki Kankole. I believe after it got transferred to Russia, it got renamed to Verni, but I'm trying to remember what's the correct way to spell it. Verni. Alright, Verni. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Let's refuel this thing. And we can use that and go off on our magical adventures as soon as we get some chem fuel on this. I don't have that much chem fuel, do I? Maybe hold on. Let's stop making astro fuel for now. Let's not do that. Let's refill our chem fuel stockpiles. I'm gonna need a lot of chem fuel for this thing anyways. There we go. Turn all the wood into chem fuel. And then we can go travel. Thankfully, the chem fuel actually comes out fairly quickly. Oh, but you know what? Since we're using wood, so here's our big problem. Previously our ship was fueled by poop. However, ever since we got the vacuum toilet, we no longer need to use poop for fuel. So I actually need to get rid of the septic tank and do something else with this room. I'm probably going to turn this into like a prisoner's room. Because it's probably the best thing I can do with this. Airman Joker tried to tell Immortal that he wants to spend his life with her. Immortal rejected this proposal. Airman Joker is unhappy about this. How tragic. Oh, there's a city nearby that's being bombarded. We could go over there. You know what? That's fine. Let's try that. Let's go explore. Maybe that'll be our first attempt to use the shuttle. All right, let's hop in the shuttle. I think 198 fuel is fine. We'll send... Who's got equipment? Immortal needs a helmet. Ray, Sun, and... I can take like 4 people, realistically. Take, take Funbound. Alright, I think we'll just take 3. I'm not sure if 3 is going to be enough, but I think it'll be okay. Also, while we're here, I want to just quickly load up all of our cloth. Yeah, and then bring like, I don't know, 10 bandages is fine. And then I don't know how many meals we have sitting around. Bring like 10 meals and that should be okay. All right, let's load it up and then we should be good. Really, the main thing is like there's just so much we need to haul because I need to sell all this. So I figure we'll sell it and then we'll head over to the bombarded city. We'll see what we can find and then we'll bail out of there. I think that'll be an okay strategy to expand our stuff. Oh my gosh, look at all that stuff here. Even Umi is out here doing manual labor, bringing all of this to the shuttle. We need to educate the child. I need to make like a classroom. I don't think we have enough. We could probably make a classroom over here. Because we're going to expand this anyway. Probably make the kitchen like a flat and then cold storage expands out here. Kitchen spans out up to here and then classroom in this area. It's probably okay. Okay. It's almost fully loaded. Just gotta get the rest of that leathers. Goodness gracious, look at all that leather that I'm ripping through. Whoa. Okay. It's almost loaded. You know, okay, these guys can step out. I don't want them staying inside that ship if they're gonna have a mental breakdown. Let them eat something before they go off on their magical trip. Is their recreation just never gonna be high? I think they eat too fast too. I do know, yeah, if you invest in children, they get really strong, but we just haven't had the chance to do that. Also, we have a new person here. I don't think we have anyone in the queue right now. So I'll let him stick around for a little bit. If no one picks him up by tomorrow's stream, I'm gonna send him to the farm upstate. You know exactly what I'm talking about. His name is Shepard. Re-educated youth. He became a fallen official. Wow, he can't do much of anything. That is unfortunate. Alright. We actually did have a previous child pawn, Ranu, and then Ranu died. And I was really sad about that. I was like, oh, I couldn't save Ranu from death. How many more leathers do we need to put in here? Gosh, all that plain leather. Alright, keep loading up that ship. This is gonna... This ship carries our hopes and dreams and getting metric tons of chem fuel for our projects. Can't find the elephant leather. That's fine. Alright, let's go send in... Let's trade first. Let's do that. So, who's got the highest social that's not a complete... Spurg? I wasn't trying to let you die. Alright, we'll get Ray in here. We'll send in Funbound and Sun as bodyguards. Also, I forgot to check. Shepard is apparently Alana's husband. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna go trade with... Okay, these guys like me. Alright, trade. That was a... that was a really fast animation. Okay. Oh, okay, so here we go. Let's see. What are we buying from them? Medicine. Plasteel? Alright. And then I'm gonna sell them all this beautiful leather. Hello there, Comrade Interest. How are you doing? How was your stream? What were you up to? Oh, I know you're doing Rimworld, I think, right? Let me do the shout out. I think all the mods are asleep. I think all the mods went to bed. Shout out. Interest. How was your stream, by the way? Hopefully it was a good time with your Rimworld colony. I assume we're playing Rimworld. I think that's what it said earlier. Went well missing. Oh, are you investing with some interesting content now? Also, hello Raiders. Hello there, Kyle Barteros. And I see Marksman was also there as well. What kind of broken things are we talking about here? If you want to go, we're up to... I'm trying to sell things so I can go buy plasteel because we just don't have plasteel right now. So I'm going around selling whatever I can get rid of. You got a grenade launcher thing that blows up rays very fast, blow up your kill box. Oh god, you're not playing Combat Extended, right? You know, I'm gonna buy this protective exoskeleton. I can't afford that protective exoskeleton, it costs too much. I think that's fine. I think I'm okay just selling all that. Gotcha. Is it from a mod specifically? Like whatever it is that you are using? We just built our first shuttle, so we're kind of abusing the shuttle right now to kind of get the plasteel that we've been looking for this entire time. Oh, Celestial Tech. I need to look that up. By the way, we do have a spare pawn if you want to join the colony. You just have to do the funny command, join queue. Let me look up Celotech. Did you link this in Discord, Marksman? Celotech Rimworld. Let me see here. Celotech Arsenal Mark III. Oh my god. Oh, I remember seeing this. Yeah, it's like the super... Yeah, it's the Chinese mods. Electromagnetic homing smart. Oh my lordy, yeah. It is an implant or reduce damage taken by 50%. Wait, additive? Wait, you can... I was about to say, you can hit 0% with that then, right? Oh my god. That sounds horrifying. You fight Void Cinder. Okay. See, you're a braver or more insane man than I, because I basically refuse to play with Void. So, more power to you. Of course, Moyo, Moyo, Rimworld. I don't know what any of these are. Cinder, Rimworld. Cinders of the Ember Garden. Is that the one? Oh, it's an Alba mod. Cinder Rays compatible with CE and FA facial. I need to install that facial animation spot. I want my weeaboo facial animations. Moyo from the depth. I do remember seeing Moyo before. Yeah, I've seen these before. It does look a little inspired, yeah. Send a Vestin. Most times you don't contact brain implant and have to wipe out the rest of your brain implants. Okay, do I want to look up what Kraltech is? Kraltech Rimworld. Kraltech Industries. Let's Let's see. Okay, a lot of funny robots. Oh my god. Alpha centipedes? Steel wyverns? Who? What? You know, I think I'm already struggling to fight certain things in normal Rimworld. I think I'm okay not dealing with that. I'm not that crazy, I'm sorry. But I appreciate the dedication to the insanity of it all. Let's drop all this, that's fine. I gotta sort all this gear out. Thankfully I got 234 more plasteel, which is fantastic. More items to help us progress, expand the ship bit by bit. As long as I have the much parts. I am out of... I gotta go back into space again. I'm constantly out of Vaxstone. Also, we gotta trade with these traders that have arrived, I think. Yeah, let's go send someone to trade with them. We'll send Alana. But it sounds like at least it was a grand time, even though it's a little... It seemed a little silly. Hypnoseal spheres in your base. Oh my god. I mean, look at the VOD. I'm kind of curious to see what the base looks like. Are you using progress render by any chance? And you can just like pull out a screenshot of the whole base as a whole. I'd be kind of curious to see that. What am I selling these people? I'll sell them the side trainer. I don't need that. I guess I'll sell them 450 minus 450 gold is probably fine. It's like, oh geez, minus 150. Oh my lord, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious, like, to see what the base looks like. Because I haven't done a colony where I have like a flat base in a while. I've been doing like all these mobile base shenanigans, which I find is a little bit more interesting for my personal playstyle. But I do want to sit down and do a, you know, stay in one place colony for the next one once we're done with the NEKOGRAD run. Which honestly, this run's probably gonna last through March, is my guess, due to how long the shenanigans involved are. I can't actually make any more of that stuff. I actually have plasteel now, which is great. Can't fly around with Winston Waves, but you do like your... You can fly around with Winston Waves. I think it's Winston Waves, or it's the insect one. I did the insect one. I did a Helldivers themed colony. I flew around... Oh, okay, so it wasn't Winston Waves. It was the insect queen one. Yeah, the Helldivers one. Okay, fair enough. I haven't done Winston Waves in a while then. I kind of want to try it again. That was kind of fun. Last time I did it was before the performance update that came with 1.6. So I'm sure, and it got really laggy pretty bad, but nowadays I'm sure it's a lot better. All right, I want to explore this bombarded city that's nearby. Yeah, anchor your base. Maybe. I haven't tried it. Yeah, it might work. Maybe as long as someone stays on the map, that's fine. Let's get you. We're gonna send Havel. And we'll send Sun. I think these three should be okay. Alright, and then... Where's Havel? Are they all inside already? Okay, let's go see if I can survive fighting off in the bombarded city. We'll drop in at the edge. Yoink. By the way, a lot of this ship design is very much temporary. I'm just trying to finagle everything because I haven't even set up a more permanent power solution. We're still burning wood for fuel, if that gives you any idea of how bad things are right now. Because I just don't have any other solution. And we're perpetually out of food, too. Like, this colony just can't produce enough food to sustain its needs. Especially when you have 21 pawns, so I'm like, oh... Probably need to start buying some food from the locals. But we're gonna need to kill more animals. Oh, right, I should have been fishing this whole time, too. But anyways, I hope your run was a grand time. I need to take a look at that interesting map that you might have. Okay, let's see. Okay, that definitely is a bombarded city. Where are we landing? Okay, well, we gotta move fast, is my guess. So first of all, before we do this, since we're running out of food quickly, I am out of meals oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was out of food. Hold on. Quickly fish over here before we all starve to death, and then I'm gonna have these two run around and start slaughtering mega sloths for food. I don't remember which mod this comes from, but it's an event called the Bombarded City. So I need to quickly go in here and loot what I can. Thankfully. Did I bring a builder? I did, thankfully. I believe... Oh, hello. As long as it's not on top of me, that's fine. You need to quickly dismantle that fast. And pray that the ship doesn't get destroyed. Okay, so there's a lot of advancement. We need to grab this real fast. Okay, so I need you to draw. Okay, so I'm gonna have you pick that up, I think you have enough carrying capacity for this. Let's see. This corpse has nothing. See if the corpses have anything of note. We gotta be quick. Oh wait, I should have taken off the maid outfit a long time ago. Hold on, why am I still having this on? There we go. There, perfect. Okay, let's see. There's a lot of dead bodies, but I don't think a lot of them have anything of note. Alright, we're gonna quickly kill this, this ibex though, because I also need to kill this for food, so that's fine. As much as this seems silly, this is perfectly reasonable. Grab these two, we're gonna have them... See if I can have these two run over that building. I want Havel to quickly crack this open. It's fine. You need to load the ibex dough that we just killed. Oh, we'll never do hauling. Okay, that's fine. So we'll have Ray haul this, I think. Wait, send it in Discord. Let me take a look real quick. All right, I'm gonna show this on screen real fast so everyone can look at it, so that we know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Oh, you're really deep in the corner of this base, huh? Of this mountainside. You have a lot of animals in there. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're running with the Nukos. I've seen the Nukos before. Is this your kill box? Oh my god, look at that kill box. It's not a kill box, it's a kill corridor. Anything walks in there, they just explode. Goodness gracious. I do see the giant lake right over there, but oh man, that is a kill. That's definitely a kill box, a kill zone. Anything walks in there, they're not gonna live much. 500 range sniper rifles help with that? Yeah, no doubt. An actual opportunity to use sniper rifles? I love it. If I was doing a long form run like that, I could definitely understand the appeal of that type of thing. I normally don't do super big kill boxes like that, but that's pretty sick to look at. 10 out of 10, very beautiful. All right, how will deconstruct that real quick? And then I'm gonna have Ray. Oh, hello. Okay, I need these two over here now. I need someone. Okay, so that's a scorcher, right? Okay, I don't know if Hal's gonna be able to intercept that fast enough. I need one of these two to. No, move, run here. That's what I was afraid of. All right. I need you to intercept that way. Havel's probably going to be on fire for a bit. I don't know why they don't have their grenades. Okay, so as long as we can delay them. I need Havel to run. Okay. Okay. As long as we can, like, keep this one in melee range, it's not really going to kill us, so you need to stand right there. Perfect. Okay, and then I need Havel pivot around here. And then hopefully Havel should be able to kill this. There we go. CQC. Can't really miss a giant target. That should be fun. We gotta get out of here. I need to break this down. Alright, Havel is dying, but isn't gonna die, I think. I'm gonna have you tend. And then I'm gonna have Ray get ready to hold off this this scyther that's coming around the corner. But yeah, I do like the base. I think it's quite nice. Hopefully, you're not gonna run into any issues like I'm running into issues right now fighting off these things. I do like it. I dig it. Come on. On. All right. Oh, I don't know why we don't have our knife out. That's weird. Okay, it's fine. Because now Havel's tended to. So we gotta fight that, and then we gotta bail. All right, pivot. Now Ray can step back. I mean, to be fair, if you're fighting Void and all sorts of other like wacky monsters, then I would totally understand needing to use that mod or like have a kill box of that caliber. Ray did get stabbed a little bit. That's fine. Is there any other like loot? Oh, there's probably more buildings. Is it worth the risk? You gotta. I need that. The plasteel is gonna be absolutely critical to our endeavors. The steel, not so much, but the plasteel, yes. All right. Think we just bail. Yeah. Oh. There could be more loot. But every second we stay here, the chance of the ship exploding continues to get higher. So I think we're just gonna leave. We got advanced components. Oh jeez, hold on. Okay, hold on. Here's my plan. Let's quickly. Let's go on the shuttle. You in the shuttle. And you in the shuttle. Can I move the shuttle? I cannot move the shuttle, right? So if I want to get that 45 plasteel, I gotta send someone to run over there. Okay, hold on. I don't know what just happened. That's weird. Is there a way to like pick and choose hauling things? Okay, so hold on. Let's haul in furs and then plasteel, and I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else I want to grab. All right. Let's see if we can do this quickly. Hopefully they can move fast. Come on. Will not pick up. What do you mean you're not gonna pick up items? Hello? The ship needs to be filled. Why aren't they filling it? Am I crazy? Oh, here we go. Load the ship. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, is it because it's their sleep time? It's probably because it's their sleeping hour, so they can't. That's fine. I don't want to stay here any longer than we need to. I don't want us to die. So I will order Ray, despite the fact that it is their sleeping hour, to just load the ship up as fast as possible. Alright, and then... I think the plasteel got destroyed. Ah, screw it. Let's just get out of here. I have no desire to be in this area. How's our food situation? I've not been paying attention to our food situation here. Ah! We're running out of food. Great. We're reduced to eating kibble. That's fine. Let's see. Can I trade and get some food real quick? Let's try that. Let's see if we can trade and just grab some food, and then we'll get out of here. But we gotta butcher this giant thing. Okay. So goal is food. Sell the furs. That gets us about 800 worth of trade value. I could buy their plasteel, but I can't really justify it. I could buy their stack of yak beef. And hold on to everything else for now. I just need the meat. And maybe whatever plasteel we can buy, we'll just fill up our order. Okay. Alright. Next goal is solve the food crisis once and for all. We've been putting it off for too long. It's time to fix it once and forever. Okay. Let's go back to base. Oh my goodness, there's not enough fuel. Oh shoot. I don't have chem fuel. I need like 50 more chem fuel. Sell the steel. Yeah, we're gonna solve our food crisis. Isn't that crazy? And I can solve my fuel crisis first. God, also the normal components. That's fine. I'll sell the standard components. That's okay. Because standard components are just made of steel anyway. So as long as you have enough, you can make it. Are we not loaded? Okay, load from cargo. Now we have enough. Get back to base. Yeah, our biggest issue is food. Food is a perpetual problem in the colony, and it's something that I've been wanting to fix, but we just haven't had a chance to really fix it in a more permanent manner. Also, we need to research something, so we're going to research... You know what, screw it. We're going to go straight into advanced hydroponics. We may not be able to power this easily, but we'll make it work. Okay, so that's fine. Just get all of this out of here. And we'll haul that inside, so we at least have a chunk of meat that we can produce food out of. I'm going to order one of our cooks to make food right now. No, do that. Pavel has an infection. Great. Let's tend to these problems bit by bit. I will say, like, having a large colony is such a big problem if you don't have, like, a permanent food solution, and that's, again, my own fault for doing it this way. I think what I'm going to do... Actually, that's almost grown. We'll just leave it as is. There we go. Simple meals for everyone. At least there's food. We can haul the rest of this in. Shepherd is not of our ideology, right? No, that's the problem. We gotta do another conversion ritual and leadership speech. I think we'll do a leadership speech, and that'll probably be a good stopping point. We have 39 panels. We could probably make a small hydroponics area as well, like maybe move it somewhere over here near the kitchen. Or we move it over here, make a classroom here. We gotta find a spot to have Umi be educated, because Umi is not having a good opportunity for education. That growth tier is a little rough, especially because we have quickened aging for everyone. So that's the other problem too. Do we have any? Did we get anyone on the name queue? No. Okay, so I guess Shepherd will probably get shunted off to the far-off colony that we're not using, and that's probably okay. I'm out of wood again. Yikes. All right, yeah, we're gonna have to keep chopping down trees. No, we're gonna fix the food problem. It's just not gonna be easy. It's just gonna take some time. We're gonna have to hop to another tile here, because no matter how many fishers we have, it's just never gonna be enough. Actually, since we got all this plasteel, we can make a new spine. We need a new spine for Alana anyways. Who else is missing body parts? What else do we need? Pilot assistance. Let's see. I don't think we need... What do we need? I could make a brainstem again. The brainstem would solve some people, like raise brain damage. To be fair, I don't think these people are capable of doing food-related things. They're mostly like the builders in the colony, so that's kind of like the biggest issue with that. If we get the advanced hydroponics, I will at least start setting up the advanced hydroponics system, which I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do it over here. Yeah, I think that's probably the best spot. So how am I gonna design this? I think the way we're gonna design this is, well, I have to match this side. I have 39 panels, which is not a lot. I think we'll expand. Okay, so we can go up to here. A hydroponics basin is 4 tiles. Right. So we can expand this up to about here, and at least be able to build us a hydroponics room for the time being. That's fine. And then we'll expand more as we get an opportunity later on. But right now, my biggest issue is food. There's 2 more mega sloths. We'll just go slaughter them real fast. Just grab some people with guns. 3 people with firearms is probably enough to kill one of these foul, furry beasts. Let's grab the jade while we're at it. Jade is usually worth a decent chunk. We also don't have a lot of meteors flying around anymore, which is kind of interesting. So the lack of flying meteors definitely helps with the ship not exploding. Okay, let's go kill them. Let's go over here. Perish. Alright, kill that one, and then we'll get the next one. And then have someone haul this in. Kill the next creature. Ah, yes, more people with the flu. Alright, that's what I love to see. More people getting sick of very preventable diseases if people just had their vaccinations. But I guess the flu vaccine doesn't exist in space. What a tragedy. There's no flu vaccine up in space. Actually, you know what? Since we have enough steel, I'm gonna set the fabricator to work until we have 150. That way we always have a fresh stack of components ready to go. Let's get crafting. That's why we have these. They can eat that steel as much as they want. Okay, so this built out way faster than I thought. So here's our new, for lack of a better word, temporary hydroponics room that's going to be expanded upon later. But for the time being, I need something that works. I'll also put a door. Actually, no, we don't need a door right now. I think I'm okay just deconstructing this wall. So this is going to be hopefully faster. Where's my researchers? Oh, we're actually being raided. A bunch of wasters have arrived. That's a lot of wasters that have arrived. The problem is there's 32 of them and I don't have turrets set up. Could probably just gun them down. Like, they're not gonna besiege me. The biggest threat is the fact that they have grenade launchers with toxic grenades, which is a bit of a problem. The rest of their firearms are SMGs and snipers, so they do actually have long-range potential. We don't actually have a lot of snipers ready to go. In fact, our main solution to this is having... Okay, let's get everyone inside for now. Alright, you know what? This is... You know what this looks like? This seems like a fantastic place to leave everyone on a cliffhanger. This is the cliffhanger. Because tomorrow, there's another Rimworld stream in which we will continue our magical adventure. Our science fiction communist cat girl adventure in Rimworld. As we have to deal with the raid of 32 very, very angry wasters. So that'll be an interesting experience, will it not? Alright, let me see. Who do I want to raid at this hour because it's late o'clock? Why is Bao playing Roblox? What is this timeline? Let's see. I don't know any of these people. I've rated a lot of these people a lot. I need to find you. Let's see. Who's on the Rimworld category? I don't know any of these people. Alright. Alright, I'm taking raid suggestions if anyone has someone that they want me to raid. I raid all these people all the time. Actually, hold on. Is this person still gonna stream a little longer? Let me see. Let's see here. Okay, never mind. That person just literally ended. I don't know who Aros. Let me look at Aros's content. Aros. I'm spelling it wrong, I think. Silent stream? I don't know what's going on here. Alright, here I know who I'll raid. I will raid let's raid Mackenzie. Mackenzie's got some like silly stuff going on. I think it'll be fine. Alright, comrades, hopefully you did I type that right? Yeah, she's playing something called Voop Chat, which I have no idea what this is, but maybe it'll be entertaining. Anyways, comrades, thank you for joining on Rimworld. Tomorrow, we continue this magical adventure, and we deal with the raid that's attacking us tomorrow. All right, so if you're excited for that, come back. It's the first thing we're going to deal with as soon as we start. Why is my cheer emote defaulting to this Roblox cheer? What in the world is this horrible timeline? Why do I even have a Roblox cheer emote? Anyways, good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'll be back tomorrow. And again, 3 streams this week. Only today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And then I go to Canada on the Thursday. Goodbye, everyone.